All right, look, PrizePicks is America's #1 sports picks app, and it's the easiest way to win cash while you're watching games. Here's how it works. You pick more or less on 2 or more players, and you lock it in. That's it. No spreadsheets, no nonsense. If player picks aren't your thing, you can also pick teams now. Winner, spread, total, all in the same map. Team picks are live in 30 states, including California, Texas, my home state, and Florida. Most importantly, new users use code Speakeasy. $5 gets you $50 in lineups for free. PrizePicks. It's good to be right.
Hey. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the Speakeasy, sophisticated sports talk with the best in the game. I'm the large human being, nicknamed Carebear, standing behind the bar, Kieran Hickey Simple, and I'm joined here today with 2 gentlemen that made their mark in the National Football League. Now they're making their mark on Twitter, pissing you guys off with their sports take. The guy most culpable of this act is this dude right here in the non-prescription glasses, Emmanuel Acho.
We have a jam-packed show today. If you've had a crazy day, hopefully we make it a little bit better. You could be doing anything. You are hanging out with us. We do not take it for granted. Quite literally, of all the chaos going on in your world, we hope to bring you a smile, a laugh, and all the other beautiful things over the next hour and change. Carebear! Get it poppin'.
The other gentleman joining us here in the Speakeasy is the Philadelphia Eagles' all-time leading rusher, one of the most shifty running backs to ever step foot on an NFL football field. He made things shake out there in the NFL. Now he's making things shake at the negotiation table, representing your favorite top high school athletes in the country, soon to be college athletes in the country. I'm talking about 2-5 Sports owner, 2-5, Live, LaShawn Shady McCoy in the building.
Soon to be NFL clients as well.
Come on now.
Yes, sir.
Listen, man, I'm having a good day. I had a great day. Signed some big time clients. By the way, since we brought it up,
okay,
when do we get to break the big news on 2-5 Sports on Speakeasy?
You got to tell me you got breaking news to break.
Okay, is that a yes?
Yes.
What's up?
Okay, perfect.
But let's set it up. Let's do it right.
I'll be seeing you guys soon.
I like to hear it. This gentleman right here means a lot to me. I hold him very near and dear to my heart because he's also the other light-skinned, curly-headed cat, as Stephen A. Smith called us in the Speakeasy. Social Trey in the building. How we doing today?
Social Trey!
Listen, feeling good. Camera's a little bit closer than I'm used to, so I'm gonna back up just a tad. But it's good to see y'all, brothers, man.
Try not to get the desk. There's still no new desk, even though we had a $300 super chat yesterday. Acho just doesn't.
This is Wes's fault.
Yeah, that was Acho. Acho said punch in.
I did send Wes the link offline.
Okay,
for a new
you.
desk.
Thank you.
It is in the works, y'all.
Hey,
the new desk is in the works.
Wait, 2 questions though. How close is he to your heart? I just want to know.
Bro, you're very close to my heart, man.
Okay. Oh, I didn't know. Okay, now I know.
The dude invited me to his home with his
very,
beautiful
very
wife
close,
and
very
family.
close to your heart.
He
I ain't
invited
got a
us
home invite yet.
Yes, you
That's
did.
a lie.
Yes, you did.
I
Last week.
just invited you to Space this past weekend.
Don't feel bad.
Also, Acho said he'll be good at the space table.
I invited
Absolutely
Shady
not.
too. Shady didn't text back. At least y'all had the DC to text me back.
Yeah,
Absolutely not.
I'm an outcast on the show. I get it. I'm used to it.
That's great.
It was a group chat with all of us. You guys invited
literally was
too,
all of
Shady.
us in the group
Shady,
chat.
both of your phone numbers are in there too. Both of them.
Shady McCoy and
That's
Shady
crazy,
Decoy.
Shady.
But yeah, what the desk though? How big is the desk gonna be?
It's just a little bit.
A sturdy.
Just don't change up. You know
No, I ain't gonna switch up.
Thick job.
He don't need
Once I
no
get a new
desk.
Okay, that's crazy.
Like that's the
Once I
desk.
get a new chair though,
Hey, can we talk about the jam-packed show we got?
We
'Cause it's
can
crazy.
talk about the
Jam-packed
jam-packed show.
Let's get
Guys,
to it.
it was an amazing day in sports, and it was a very dramatic day in sports. Let's get to the biggest drama of the day. Puka Nacua in the news as he has been accused of biting a woman and making anti-Semitic remarks. Denied the allegations that he said F all the Jews during dinner. As for the bite marks, Puka Nacua's attorney said there was some horseplay. There absolutely was some horseplay. Dub Kleiman put this out of Puka's offseason antics, and it is a laundry list of things. Allegedly bit a woman and said F all the Jews, gets wasted at the Super Bowl, makes fun of Sam Darnold, lies about going on skydiving date with Sydney Sweeney. That was actually partly due to me. I asked that question, unfortunately. Goes on live stream with Aiden Ross and agrees to do an anti-Semitic touchdown dance. His brother's arrested for stealing an NBA player's car. Myles Garrett is the equivalent to Giannis Antetokounmpo. I don't know how that's antics, but it is what it is. Goes on a live stream criticizing NFL refs. It's been a lot. It's been a lot of stuff. To me, it's a little blown out of proportion, but I want to know what you guys think. These allegations today on the more serious side, are you guys worried about Puka Nacua?
I'm worried about Puka because Puka has become a target. And I would suggest that to some degree, Puka has taken the paintbrush and painted the target on his back, but Puka has become a target. We've seen Puka get in trouble based upon things that he's done by himself, and then you've heard of accusations. But the problem for me is, how come so much controversy is circling you, Puka? Where there's smoke, there is fire. Again, it is an accusation, so I'm not going to suggest that Puka is guilty of anything that he is being accused of doing. However, his lawyer did suggest that there is horseplay, so that bite mark is something that the lawyers, to some degree, tacitly approved that actually did occur. But for me, Puka, you are of entirely too much value to carry yourself like you're carrying yourself. You are of entirely too much value to consistently be publicly drunk in all of these places where people are ready and willing to take advantage of you. Puka, you have to realize your value. You are a $180 million human being in the flesh right now. If JSN just got about 160 and something, you finna get your 160. Puka, you're literally that. You are the embodiment of $100+ million. Act accordingly. I'm not suggesting that everything Puka has been accused of doing, he did. What I am suggesting is, Puka, you are a dollar sign. And sometimes people can see dollar signs. So Puka, you have to carry yourself in the manner of who you're going to be, not necessarily who you are today. Who you are today might be a young 24-year-old kid, but who you're going to be is a multimillionaire, maybe billionaire, depending upon the legacy that you build for your family. Act like who you're going to be, not necessarily who you are today, because trouble just keeps surrounding you.
Yeah, I'll just say this, right? I'm not sure how much trouble I'm reading here. I mean, a lot of allegedly this, allegedly that. I don't know what's true, what's false. I don't know. This is what I will say, though. Puka, regardless of what's being said about you, how people have their own opinion about you, he's going to be the richest person in this room, all of us combined. So, you know, my take on it is he's a 24-year-old kid living his dream, right? Yeah, maybe he might be doing a little bit, having too much fun. But what's too much fun? He's 24, right? So Acho just talked about having, what, 100 and...
Some on that 180 probably.
He's going to be the richest guy in this room combined 3 times over, regardless of what we think, right? I don't know about the biting and all that. I don't understand that part. That was wild. But I've been lied on before, and people do lie on superstar players. And every time you say one thing, it goes a million places. Yeah. So I don't know what's true or not true, but I will say this. Puka, you can have your fun. You just tone down just a little bit. You ain't breaking no laws. You ain't breaking no rules, right? You ain't harmed nobody, from my knowledge. But you're a rich guy, gonna be even richer in a couple of months. Take it easy, bro. That's it.
And that's fair. Like,
that's
to me,
real.
But to me, Shady, that is a take that, and you don't talk for the approval of you don't get takes for my approval, but that is a take where I'm like, you know what? To me, at least Puka, hear that. If you hear nothing else, at least hear that. Like, hear the aspect of just tone it down a little bit. That's all I'm saying. Just tone it down. You're a very rich man. You're going to be even richer, you said. But Puka, like, just tone it down a little bit, because my thing is, and Shady's right, like, several famous people and wealthy people, including athletes, have been lied on to their detriment, right? And unfortunately, when you get lied on, the person who accuses you of something, they face no backlash.
They never do.
The person that gets lied on just faces backlash. But given we live in a society where we know being lied on is a possibility, not suggesting Puka didn't do it, not suggesting Puka did do it, I don't know. But given we know being lied on is a possibility, just prevent yourself, if at all possible, from being lied on. Prevent yourself, if at all possible, and not being lied on, but being lied on so much so that it hits TMZ, it goes viral, and it's going to be on every major sports show tomorrow.
But that's what TMZ is, though. That's why I don't follow TMZ. What you do is you hope for young players to fail so you can make money on them. That's the truth. I hate what they got going on. And I'll say it's with Puka, though. Like, when I say tone it down, I mean, just, hey, man, maybe just be a little smarter with the things you may do. Because every little thing, they want to make it so big. Like, I don't know what has he really done that was that bad.
Well, here's the thing, 2-5.
Okay.
This accusation, here's the thing. Realistically speaking, the accusation, now thankfully, there is no evidence or anything, but F all the Jews off GP, you saw what happened when Kyrie Irving had an anti-Semitic.
But hold on.
Yes, sir.
We don't know if he said that, though.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
That's what I said. Thankfully, there's no
so when they even bring that up, it's like, oh my God, he said, no, he didn't say, because we don't know what he said or didn't say.
Correct.
And I see a lot of times, I don't know the guy's name, I forget, but he was an actor, and he lied and said these people beat him up.
Yeah,
and
Justin Smollett.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now,
Juicy
what happened to him?
Smollett.
Like nothing happened to that. You lie and all this and that, and they harmed and beat you up. And nothing happened about it.
Yeah.
This happens all the time.
Yeah.
And nothing happens when
But here's
there's
it,
no
it does happen.
consequence.
It does happen all the time.
But here's my problem.
What's his name?
Jesse Smollett, I believe. He was an actor. Here's my problem is I'm not going to completely make Puka immune to what's going on.
Why not?
Here's why. We don't see these issues as JSN. And JSN, it's not JSN, sorry. So it's not like, well, JSN, you ain't half the player that Puka is. You ain't got the attention Puka got. No, it's like there are certain players that just find themselves surrounded by more trouble than other players. And Puka has contributed to some of this. One, whenever you are wildly drunken in public, you give yourself the opportunity to be taken advantage of. Kieran has stories. I don't know if you're going to share them. I don't know if you're not. But you give yourself opportunities to be taken advantage of. I was at the Super Bowl. I seen Puka. And not only was I at the Super Bowl and seen Puka at an event, I got texted about Puka at several events, and I'm like, Puka, at the point in which you just can't defend yourself. You can't protect yourself, both from story and from actual action. So to me, like, it's not like every NFL superstar is being accused of things that Puka's been accused of multiple times.
But he ain't no saint though.
No.
And
He's 24
And JSN might just stay in the house. He might play video games and don't hang out. He might not drink. Puka does. Puka hangs out. He may drink. And the Super Bowl, he was drunk. Okay. He wasn't driving. He didn't break no laws. He had security. He had a driver. What we talking about? The problem is when a player steps out his element and wants to live a little bit and let his hair down, it's a problem. I can see if he was domestic violence, drinking and driving, breaking the law. He's not. He's not. And then even this situation with the bite mark.
Yeah.
Did you call the cops? But we're going to do a civil suit? You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm just trying to figure out what's the problem with Puka. Because I know players I played against that broke the law. That was a real harm to society. I know them guys. You do too.
Yep.
He's not. He's a 24-year-old kid living his dream and having a little bit more fun than other kids.
But here's my problem.
He ain't breaking no law
my
or
problem
no
with
rules.
Shady is with your language, right? Your language. Your language is having a little more fun. Having a little more fun is now being accused of biting somebody against their will. Accused, obviously, right? Mind you, I'm prefacing everything with accused. Letting his hair down. You're using the verbiage letting his hair down. That's a very nice way to say, like, publicly drunk and yelling outside of a car.
Yeah.
So, like, to me, the verbiage, it does happen, but it doesn't mean we have to condone the behavior. Like, is it behavior? Sure, all day. But, like, I don't think it's beneficial for Puka.
Why is it a bad thing? Tell me why it's a bad thing. If I'm out at a party and having a great time and a great night, and I had a couple drinks, and I'm laughing, I'm having a good time, but I got security and I got a driver, what's wrong with that?
Because he's being sued right now.
No. I'm talking about.
But
you get sued for anything now.
Yeah, you
get
sued off of allegations.
Bad thing.
I'm saying, did he get sued for yelling out the window and having a good time? He was drinking outside. In public?
No, but this was a December 31st incident. So, like, he got sued. This occurred on a night while he was drunk. Like, that's what I'm getting at. Do you think it's beneficial? It's not beneficial, right? Can we all agree, like, this isn't helping Puka?
But there's a lot of situations where you get sued for all type of stuff. I can name mad stories where people just been getting sued. I've been sued for all type of stuff.
I think it's
that has nothing to do with.
Yeah. I think it's a situation that he can learn from, though. Also, Puka's now a superstar. Puka's now going to have a huge magnifying glass on everything that he does, especially whenever he steps out. So if he's out partying and whatnot, he's 24. I'm not going to blame him for going out and partying and living his life. He's a millionaire now. He worked for this at the end of the day. Like, you go do your thing. Be 24. The thing is, though, now I think it's a learning lesson for him, because it's like, hey, if I do end up having a wild night out, or if I do end up making mistakes, those mistakes are now amplified to the nth degree because I have the platform and the following or whatever it is that I do now. I think this is a tough situation, though, too. It's tough because it's like you said, Shady. Allegations are very, very like tough whenever it comes to professional athletes. This is a random example, but do you guys remember when Odell Beckham Jr., there was a girl that came out on a podcast and said that she asked him to, like, shit on her chest or something like that? Like that sounds crazy, but also people are like, oh my God, OBJ likes getting his chest shit on, and like that didn't even sound remotely like feasible, but also at the same time, people just took it and ran with it like it was nobody's business, because you can just say stuff like that whenever you have a bit of a platform about professional athletes. I'm not saying that this is the case. I'm saying he just has to be more careful.
Bingo. Like, to me, here's the point of tension. Puka hasn't done anything illegal, and nobody is saying that. But in the same breath of when, like, you start to see somebody flirt with trouble, like gateway trouble.
But what's trouble, though? Because I agree with Shady. He's not breaking the law.
Of course, but the law, y'all got to remember, like,
he's having fun.
You can do something from within the law and still get suspended.
Yeah.
Like that, like breaking. Let's not act like, okay, but you didn't break the law, so everything else you did is great behavior.
He ain't gonna suspend it though.
My thing is, though,
there's nothing he's done that's gonna get suspended for. Another thing is, what law? The law of
the court of public opinion is greater than.
Who cares though? I don't care about all that though.
Corporations do. Your owners do.
The people negotiating his contract.
The guys you talking about, they're gonna pay him $180 million. I watch these owners that you talking about. The public opinion pay even more than that. For players doing way more than Puka's doing. But you've also seen owners trade, cut, or release players for doing less. That's cool. I mean, well, I don't know. They're not this type of caliber player. I don't know what players you're talking about. They're not him, a guy like Puka. Yeah. They're not doing that. They're not going to at all. So I don't know what they're talking about. And let's talk Kyrie then. Public. Remember Kyrie. He's one of the highest paid basketball players ever played the game. Not with the Nets. He's one of the highest paid basketball players of all time. I don't know what about the Nets. I don't know nothing about the Nets. They don't do number one lose. He's winning. He's a winner. You might like what he said or what he did. Cool. I get it. Yep. Right? Some things offend me too when people say stuff. Cool. He's high paid. What's the problem? The public opinion. That's the problem. We live for everybody else. That's why the whole social media thing is so messed up. Because everybody's trying to do stuff. But what if you for likes, attention, then what if you even and your opinion? But what if you even live for yourself? If you're just living for yourself, being accused of biting somebody if you're living for yourself, getting drunk consistently in public if you're living for yourself. Say I'm not even living for anybody else. Let me just live for myself. If you're just living for yourself, aren't there certain actions that's like, you know what? I can mature beyond. Puka's going to heaven. Shady, I'm not the gatekeeper of heaven or hell. I'm just letting you know. He's still going to heaven. I don't think he's nothing like that. I'm just saying. I don't have a heaven or hell to put him in. I'm just simply.
Sorry, that was a crazy right hook that came out. I didn't see that one coming out of nowhere. I like that though. That's a good response to. Like you just started talking about something. Yeah, I think because I know Puka, right? Yeah. I know what type of kid he is. Like so, like he ain't. I know some bad athletes. Yeah, that's course. Like bad people. That I don't care how good they are. My son will not take a picture with him. My son will not. I don't care how big of a fan. But Puka, I went to the World Series. He's a good dude, man. And I let my son hang out with him, talk to him. I'm like, yo, he's a great dude. Yeah. I won't let no public opinion change my mind on that. Sorry. Yeah.
But Shady, you made a point earlier. And
I normally do.
I'm kind of playing devil's advocate. I'm kind of not. But you made a point that he's not a danger to society.
Nope.
As if that is credence for allowing this type of behavior. And I don't know if I can agree with that, because a danger to one is potentially a danger to any or all. So I think just because he's not a danger to society at large, we don't have to worry about him. He's not toting guns in a club or a public place, or whatever you thought of when you thought of danger to society. Because he's not that doesn't mean that he can't harm somebody, or him allegedly biting someone isn't just as harmful and should not be reprimanded as such. But I don't know. I think you gotta hold some weight to this type of behavior. Like you said, just take it easy. Just cool out, relax, because you are on a path that could potentially lead you down to destruction.
I also don't like the line or the barometer being drawn at danger to society or illegal behavior. Like anything on the other side of this, you're great.
I think it's difficult though whenever
that's too.
Too broad of an ethical concept.
Because you can still be a problem and have that. I understand that. But I think also whenever you're comparing him to other NFL players during the offseason, we see it every single offseason. There's cases where people are breaking the law. They are going out there, and there's genuine concerns about whether they are going to ruin their career or not because they can't stay out of legal trouble. To me, that's not what we have here. It's a dude that needs to rein it in on his partying, possibly. He's 24 years old. He's now a superstar. Everyone's looking now at him as someone to be possibly taken advantage of, possibly, I don't know, a bunch of stuff.
But here's the thing that really gets me, and I'll be done here.
Yeah.
Is like, players, we have to be smarter. And the reason I suggest that is because Shady, a lot of what he's saying is right. people can look to take advantage of you. You know this. If you go to some foreign countries, hell, you go to some place in America. If you got a Rolex on, hey, you might not want to wear that out. Well, why not? It's my watch. Da-da-da. Because you're asking for trouble. If you go to certain regions, certain this, certain that, Shady, you might take the rolls everywhere, or there might be certain places where you're like, you know what? I'm not going to take the rolls. I'm going to take this whip. Well, why, Shady? You're sure car? Because there's certain times it's like, you know what? Don't make yourself a target. The tension I'm at with Puka right now is, hey, bruh, you're just making yourself a target. Yeah. And if you know there are shooters out there, proverbially speaking, not literally speaking, why would you make yourself a target? You finna have 100, the lawsuit says, his lawyer said, she was out here trying to get money because she just saw the JSN deal. His lawyer's words, not mine, I'm paraphrasing. So if everybody knows, Puka, men, women, young and old alike, know you're a $180 million target, it would just behoove you. I don't care. You're not my son, my brother, my nothing. It would just behoove you to move differently because you're a target. Like we all do that. Shady's done it. I've done it. Shay's done it. Kieran's done it. Y'all do it watching this show. Y'all go to certain neighborhoods. Y'all go to certain places. Hey, I might not take this because I don't want to be a target. It's the same advice, Puka. Yeah. Just it would behoove you to lesser your being a target.
I can get behind that. I can actually get behind that. I think that's a good. I can get behind your point, brother. That's wow. We're just pausing everything here. Was that crazy?
Needed it.
It wasn't that crazy, man.
It was. Yeah.
Okay, man. I can get behind that.
It wasn't drinkable offense. It was a plausible offense.
It was a plausible. Okay, yeah. It is
super chats.
We do have some $50 super chats. So listen, Brandon Deshaun jumped in the super chat and said Falcons finna be booming. Bijan and Brian Robinson Jr. With Bill Callahan as the O-line coach, Tua or Penix should have an easy time getting that offense going. Even if London or Pitts gets traded, easily the best backfield in the league.
Yeah, I mean, Bijan being back there does put them in that conversation. He's unbelievable.
Brian
Robinson Jr.
From the Niners.
Oh, yeah. He going somewhere else?
He went to the Falcons. So now they both got B. Robinsons.
Yeah, I ain't really.
Yeah, they got B. Robinson and B. Robinson. That's going to be confusing for fantasy.
Best backfield in the league. I mean, they got Bijan, so.
Yeah, I'm not here to argue against it when they got Bijan. So
the Lions got somebody to replace Montgomery, right?
They got Pacheco.
Yeah, I mean, he's good though.
Yeah,
no, he's good.
Listen, we got
Pacheco more than
Brian Robinson. Yeah.
We got another $50 super chat from Unflattering Truth. Rank these head coaches in order: Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan, Nick Sirianni, and John Harbaugh. Okay, so he actually named 5, I think. Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan, Nick Sirianni, John Harbaugh, Mike Vrabel. Acho, no flip-flopping, just top 5 right now. And what's all this soft stuff crying, Trey, and Ozempic Bear? Be on telling your friends you love them is crazy.
Ain't that crazy?
It's not crazy.
That's wild, man.
My top 5, McVay 1.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Sirianni 2. Shanahan 3.
Why unfortunately?
Because Kyle Shanahan's a better coach. He understands the game of football better than Nick Sirianni. Nick Sirianni has a championship and has been to 2 Super Bowls. So I have to unfortunately tell an objective.
Finally got to him.
Shanahan 3, Harbaugh 4th. He has a Super Bowl, and then Vrabel 5.
Who? Shady, any issues with that list?
Nah, he got it right for me. Finally,
Kieran, sound like you got some issues with that list. Let's hear it.
Yes, I got McVay 1.
Yeah.
Shanahan 2.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
3.
fair.
Then we can have the Sirianni conversation.
Yeah,
but it's not.
I put Sirianni at 3.
Then Harbaugh.
But is it a serious
then I put
conversation?
Harbaugh and then Vrabel.
But is it a serious conversation?
It is a serious conversation.
Okay, so I just want to know this. I said this the other day. I forget what I was talking about, but it was like I want to applaud the winners though.
Yeah, like Shanahan beat Sirianni in his crib with a 3rd-string defense this year in the playoffs. That happened.
It did happen. But that did happen. I watched it.
And then cool. They beat him, cool. Yeah. But overall, one has won a Super Bowl.
Yes, that's awesome.
And his first 4 or 5 years as a head coach.
And he went to another
that don't matter?
That does matter.
That's awesome.
It's like if that don't matter, we can't have a real serious conversation. When one guy always goes and never ever wins.
Yeah.
How do you get applauded for that?
Over actually getting the hardware.
No, I mean, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The thing about it, though, like
Shanahan did choke
you
those.
always go and never win. Yeah. Always. And I always go too, and I eventually win.
Yeah.
See, Kieran, why you should just put Sirianni second? Because now I got to
I
hear
mean,
Shady
like
yelling
we're
about Sirianni.
5 years in the league?
5.
Bro, all playoff years.
All playoff
If you think I'm gonna sit here,
two Super Bowls, and then one win, like how do you, like that doesn't make sense?
Shady, if you think I'm gonna sit here and listen to your logical argument on why Sirianni should be above Shanahan
As a Cowboys
and place that
Rams
above
fan?
my hatred for the Eagles as a Cowboys fan,
I get it. Oh, I thought you was being. So you okay?
I'm being serious though.
No, you
You gotta be serious though.
Trey, what's
Come on
up with the Super Chat?
Last one I got before we gotta keep it moving. Gabriel 99572 said, "As I hope Puka's issues don't spiral out of control, I knew EA would have a field day, so tonight is a must watch."
That's true.
So some of y'all actually come here to just hear him bash people.
I keep it a bean. I
do
was
bash.
I don't need
respectful
bash
today.
Puka though.
Yeah, I kept it respectful today.
You did.
Karen, keep it pushing, G.
Look, man, let's talk about some NBA action. Victor Wembanyama was asked why he should be the most valuable player in the NBA, and I'll let you guys take a listen what he had to say.
This was interesting.
My first one would be that defense is 50% of the game and that it is undervalued so far in the MVP race
I agree with that.
because I believe I'm the most impactful player defensively in the league.
No question.
Second argument would be that we almost swept OKC in the season and we dominated them 3 times with their real team and 4 times with more rotation players. And
The best players.
my third argument would be that offense impact is not just points.
Yeah, so he had this statement
I
about
definitely
it.
could, though.
Stephen A. also chimed in about
Let's say the greatest
what
of all
he
time.
said. I'll let you guys listen to what he had to say.
And I'll put him ahead. I'll put him in the lead. I mean, after that, listen, let me explain what you just saw. Let me explain to America and to the basketball world what you just saw Victor Wembanyama do. First of all, nobody's ignoring his defensive prowess because
Essentially, he said, it's a long clip, but he said that he changed his mind.
Yeah.
With that statement.
I
Do you guys
changed my
agree
mind.
with Wembanyama that he should be the MVP?
I think so. And it's funny because we were talking about Luka the other day. Acho was going on this rampage about how great he is after the 9 games and all that. But when you look at it, we only talk about offense. True. When you talk about Luka, you're gonna talk about offense and offense and offense. But Wemby's right. Defense, especially in American basketball, we don't even talk about it no more. You're right. God can be having all type of blocks and shutting defenders or offensive players down, and we never even whisper and talk about them. So I do agree with that. Like one thing about basketball, you have to play offense and defense, and Wemby does that. And on defense, he does it at a high clip. And you talk about playing the number 1 team in the NBA for the last 2 years, OKC.
Yeah.
He's spanking on them. And I do think that the Spurs, who've been bad over the years, they're going to be really, really good this year. And in the playoffs, they're going to be hard to beat. And the reason why that is because Wemby. So I do agree with him, and I will move him up to number 1.
If you're being strictly objective, Wemby has the best case for MVP. If you're removing the wow factor of Luka Doncic and being an objective NBA analyst, Wemby has the best case. Here's why. If you want to make the argument of, well, the player who's on the best team should win MVP, that best player should do it. Well, Wemby's team was better than the player's best team, which is the OKC Thunder and SGA. So if you want to talk about team, well, the Spurs, when they go head-to-head versus the Thunder, they're better. If you want to talk about impact on the game, it's not just what Wemby does on the offensive side of the court, but think about what he does defensively. Bam Adebayo dropped 83 points about 2 weeks ago. He was 5 for 17 yesterday versus the Spurs. Settled for 10 3-pointers yesterday versus the Spurs. Had 18 points yesterday versus the Spurs. If you want to talk about impact and if you want to talk about value, think about the Spurs last year when Wemby was hurt. Not even a play-in team. Think about the Spurs this year as Wemby's playing. The 2 seed overall. So if you want to talk about that word value, Wemby is proven to be the most valuable based upon how bad the Spurs were without Wemby. If you want to talk about, well, the best team and the best player on the best team should be the MVP. Well, when Wemby saw the best team in the West, Wemby has beaten and dominated the Thunder, the best team in the West. Then if you want to talk about the fact that you got to play offense and defense, Wemby's a legitimate defensive threat. 3.7 blocks a game, 12 boards a game, 24 points a game, 3.7 dimes a game. Wemby is a complete basketball player. So objectively speaking, Wemby has the best argument. Luka has the biggest wow factor. SGA's done it consistently at the highest level on both ends of the floor the longest. But objectively speaking, Wemby's like that.
I don't hate his argument because I think 100%. I think he's the greatest defensive prospect we've ever seen come into the game of basketball. He affects the game tremendously. People just are afraid to go in the lane whenever he's out there. He's stocks just unbelievable. I don't know. He steals and blocks all over the place. I will say this though. I think when we're talking about the most valuable player in the league, you can make an argument just with that definition, most valuable. He is the most valuable to his team's success across the league. He just is. I don't think the Spurs won a playoff team last year.
Correct.
Now they're the 2 seed. They've won 50-plus games already with, I think, 2 more weeks left in the season. It's hard to argue against it. I would just say when there's guys going out there playing 35 minutes and they don't have the 12-point games that Wemby can have and they still end up winning. Yes, defense is hugely impactful. I don't think Wemby's game is as complete as it will be later on. So for me to give him MVP now is kind of a stretch. It is just a bit of a stretch.
But hold on. It seems like you're holding Wemby's future as an opponent to Wemby's present. Is Wemby going to get better? Absolutely. Is his offensive game going to get significantly better and more evolved?
Will
Absolutely.
his offensive game get significantly better, though, is the thing.
I think so. I mean, he's 22. He's only been in the league, I think, 3 going on 4 years now.
He's hurt.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
but the thing is, he is a guy that's playing 30 minutes a game as opposed to other MVP candidates are playing 35, 36.
Sure.
And they're out there scoring 30 consistently, night in and night out. Wemby will go out there and have a 9-point game. But he'll go out there and have an 11-point game.
That's why Wemby said you can't just look at all
I think
that's the only offense.
Yeah,
like right.
You can't just
Of
look
course.
at. Well, he said 2 things. He said you can't just look at points as the only impact on offense,
Yeah.
but more importantly, you can't just look at offense.
Yeah,
I mean,
do.
Wemby legitimately impacts the game defensively. Like
Yes.
you drive into the paint and you drive right back out.
Yeah, that's true.
You drive
That's
into
true.
the paint and you kick that joint right back
If you
out.
want to switch, he can switch. He
can do
That's
whatever.
another thing, though. You can switch.
He is the most impactful player
We don't even
defensively.
talk about rebounds no more, though.
Yeah.
It's be a point in time where like double-doubles really, really matter.
Yeah.
Now, we don't even talk about it.
Yeah. And Wemby can erase your big.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, have a big if you want to. And Wemby can erase your big, and he can completely dominate and occupy the paint. If you're talking value, I think it's hard to argue that Wemby is
You can't
the most
argue value.
valuable.
If we're really giving the award based off of the most valuable player in the NBA, I think that's what I think it is Wemby. It should be.
Yeah.
I think it's just that hasn't been the criteria we go off of whenever we
Correct.
give out the award. So to me,
But that's the problem, though, I think. Of the award.
I agree with you.
know what I
I
mean?
agree with you. If this was who is the most valuable basketball player to their team in the entire National Basketball Association, Wemby should 100%.
And it's probably not close.
Like,
It's not close.
but
He's
if that's
the
the
most.
case, but to your point, then Hallie should have won it last year. If it's off of value to your
Yeah.
team. Hallie. If it's
Tyrese
off of
Halliburton.
value. If it's off of
Tyrese Halliburton.
like,
He was
based
the
on what
assist leader in the
if it's
NBA.
off of
He played. He was
value to
unbelievably valuable.
You're not hearing me, Tady. If it's off of value to your team.
Yeah, but
the
I mean-
Pacers without Halliburton are
The worst.
Nah,
The
but
worst.
that's-
the
that's
Pacers
worse.
with
The bottom of the NBA
Pacers
barrel.
with
Yeah,
Halliburton were in
yeah.
the finals.
I
So
guess-
if you're talking like
7
value,
As Jokic though, Jokic is.
Yeah, I'm about to say Jokic is
I'm
a
not
guy.
gonna lie. Jokic wins MVP.
Jokic is like a
lot of
real
years.
difference maker. But I'll say this also. When's the last MVP to win that was more defensively than offensively?
Giannis
More
is the
defensively?
nobody.
No,
but
nobody.
Giannis
Nobody
is
in
the
history
closest.
has been a better defensive
Solid
player than
enough, though.
offensive
So like, I
player
would
to
say
win
Giannis
MVP.
though, because
Giannis.
Jokic ain't really.
Giannis and Akeem.
But I'm saying like Jokic got his MVP because he's doing the triple doubles
Correct.
and all that.
Correct.
Right. Who's another one that just won the MVP? Oh, SGA because
SGA.
he's scoring at a high clip
Correct.
and his team's winning.
Correct.
Embiid.
Yeah, Embiid was out. Embiid was scoring leader that year.
Nah, but Embiid
scoring leader a
defense.
couple
I get so Embiid because Embiid play defense too though.
But Giannis was defense. Wasn't he DPOY? And Akeem
He
was
won
DPOY.
DPOY, yeah.
So Giannis
But he was
and
still a
Akeem
better.
were the last two
He was still a better
DPOYs.
offensive player. You can make the argument he's a better
Yes.
offensive
But
player. than he
I'm
was
saying,
defensive
like-
player. And then
yes.
also Akeem's MVP season, he averaged like 27. He was
Well,
one of the best
they're
offensive
incredible
players.
offensive
I know,
players.
but
They're
I'm-
both two-way, yeah.
I'm saying more than this offense, like two-way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Where
yeah,
now
yeah.
it's like only thing if you didn't score at a high clip, you
Yeah.
get the award.
Yeah.
Like even when Jordan was winning them, he was first team defense too though, dog.
Yeah.
Kobe, I'm first. You know what I'm saying? So like
Bron,
Shaq,
Yeah.
Bron, like them dudes when they was really getting them MVPs like
They
that.
had to be first team defense.
Yeah, so can we go back to that a little bit? Like, be the most valuable player overall.
We haven't seen that in a minute though. Like KD wasn't first team all defense. Russ, Harden. I mean SGA been all
It's
defensive
all
team. But like, yeah,
offense.
I mean, but the thing is, SGA is not a bad defender. I don't know. It's
SGA
tough.
to me was a better defender before he started committing all of his energy to offense.
Well, that's where the NBA's gone though too. It's
Correct.
an offensive game. It's
Correct.
not about like it's not limiting possessions and having final scores be between
Bro.
85 and 105.
And
Like,
to your point,
now-
it's a different game for bigs and for guards. Because if
Yeah.
you're a guard, you better choose your spots. If you're a guard, you can't run around screens all day, be a lockdown defender, and go get 35 a game like SGA does, and go get 32 a game like SGA does. If you're big, it's a little easier because you can find spots to rest. You can find spots to get your energy back.
But I mean, but why not though? Because like I got like Jason Tatum, he can go out there and score, and he can guard. JB, he can go out there and score, and he can guard. Like there's some guards that. Even K come in like he ain't no great shooter, but he can lock up enough so you can find guards that can play some defense and can score.
I think there's a difference though, Shady. It's those dudes can play defense. I'm talking about committing to playing defense every possession.
Oh, how about this though?
You know what I mean? Like
nobody can play defense like Wemby though. That's the problem.
Well, how about
like
this? Even if you're a guard, play the passing lane. Allen Iverson in 2001.
That's what Luka does.
Yo,
he's top 7 in the league in steals. Shady, don't do this.
I don't give a
Don't
dang.
do this.
I don't
How
give
is
a
he top 10 in the league in steals? Is he getting all-ball steals or is he playing the passing lane? This is a real ball watchers conversation. He plays the passing lane. That's why he's having a better season defensively.
When I was watching though, so it's just like, damn, dude, just try a little bit. Just, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's slow.
Like that's why those stats. I don't like them stats because I'm like, dog.
But those steals are real though.
But AI though, like I watched AI really play that pass lane for real.
He was good. He
it ain't like he's out here I'm just locking everybody up. So
that's facts.
Just show me something on defense also.
I got to push back on this argument though.
Please do.
About the overall MVP. Like, let's get back to a more well-rounded MVP because not all teams require that. If we go back to Steve Nash and those MVPs with the Phoenix Suns,
he should never got some of them.
They didn't give a damn about defense. Mike D'Antoni didn't give a damn about defense. Steve Nash didn't give a damn about defense. He won because they were an offensively high-powered team that ran through Steve Nash, facilitating the team. So if your team doesn't call for you to be a two-way player or play both sides of the ball, but you're still successful and your team is still successful, I don't think we need to. Now, I don't think that's the case for Wemby. I think Wemby is the exception to that. He plays both sides of the ball, impacts. He is the best overall choice for MVP, and thus I agree with his arguments. But I don't like just saying let's get back to just an overall MVP candidate being a two-way for the sake of it.
I'm also going to throw this out here. If we set the precedent that defense matters so much so that we give Wemby the MVP now,
a lot of our favorites going to drop out that argument.
There's going to be some very uncomfortable conversations in 10 years. Mm-hmm. Because Wemby, if he plays 65 games, is not losing another DPOY in his entire career. Yep. He's just not. He should have won his rookie season over Gobert. Last year, he didn't reach the game limit. This year, he's going to win it going away. It's not even going to be close. Yeah. I wouldn't surprise me if it's unanimous. If we set the precedent that defense matters so much that he wins an MVP, bro, he's winning more than 5. He's winning more than 6. He's winning more than 7. His defense is some stuff we've never seen before.
Yeah.
And that to me is like integrity of the game conversations is kind of where we get going when I talk about Wemby winning the MVP now. That's why I said offensively, I want to see his game develop a little bit more because if we value his defense that much, and we should, I'm not saying we shouldn't, he's not losing an MVP.
But we can't do that because he could get hurt any day and we never see 6, 7.
But that's going to be the only thing that
he deserves it now. He deserves it now.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Yeah, because he could get, especially, we've seen a lot of 7-foot+ guys go down to injury. It's very easy to do.
Correct.
They don't have long shelf lives in the NBA. So.
Let me ask you this in closing. If Wemby does win MVP, is it his league officially?
Oh, by far.
No,
what?
No.
By far. He's the face of the... If he does what I think he can do, he goes and wins MVP, then he goes on a deep run in the playoffs, say maybe even wins a championship this year, it's his league. No. It's not like he's the face of the NBA at that point.
Shady shaking your head.
I would say only American can be the face of the league. When we have the Olympics, right, and we go out there, you've seen the documentary. You see how they look at American basketball, American, sports in general. Y'all see the Olympics, tennis, whatever it may be. Mm-hmm. So how? Because, you're going to go over and play for France. We're going to play for America, and we going to battle. Did y'all watch when Steph Curry and Kevin Durant and LeBron, they played? Yeah. You see how intense that was? When you watched it, though, that's what makes sports so amazing. You got all these different countries, and we're playing against each other. And when you watch it, you see how the French players spoke about the American culture and American players, right? They talked about Kevin Durant and the LeBron and Steph. You heard them in other interviews, and then you see how Kevin Durant spoke about everybody else. There's no way that a non-American can be the face because as American, you can't really relate.
Let me ask you this:
how many kids might be the exception, though, Shady?
He might.
How many kids is running around? I want the Wemby sneakers. Let's talk about it. Well, I don't want to say I'm crazy.
To be fair, Anthony Edwards is the only player in I don't know how long
let's stick on the subject real quick.
I am.
How many players are running around? Mom, dad, because the kids really run the face of the league.
Yeah.
Who's paying to come to the games? Mom, we gotta go see Wemby tonight. Cool. How many players have the Wemby sneakers though?
I don't know.
No.
I got kids.
No.
Okay, you got cousins. You got, you know what I mean? They're not.
Yeah.
How many commercials you gonna see Wemby on there?
Probably not
as much.
Not as many yet. I think if he wins an MVP.
How many MVPs Anthony Edwards got? I mean, he got
Zero.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
How many commercials? You see him everywhere. He's just smiling and
more.
joking. Just smiling
He also
and
has
joking.
personality though
Yeah,
too.
he
He has
does.
personality.
That's part of
yeah.
being.
That is part
How
of
many
it.
face leagues don't have no personality though?
But let me ask y'all this though: is there a difference? Because when I say is it his league, I didn't mean was he the face of the league. 'Cause I actually agree with Shady.
I said his face.
Yeah, but is it his league?
Does the league have to go through him?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's the question I'm
Yes.
asking.
Yes, if he gets an MVP and like Kieran said, makes a deep playoff run, you now have to go through Wemby to be that guy, to be on top. He's going to be.
Is he still around?
Yeah, he is. He is, but
Oh, okay. I'm just trying to figure out if he's still around.
No, SGA. I mean,
he's
you also
still
signed a shoe deal with Converse. I like Converse, but like,
I'm
brother,
saying,
it's
like,
his shoes are tough. Shay's shoes are tough.
Another point to
Yeah.
what I was getting to. Another example I'm saying.
Yeah.
SGA, he's the MVP. He's the best player in the league. It's not his league. He's not the face of the league, right?
He also doesn't play the most
Yeah, he's
like
not the best.
fan-friendly brand of basketball.
Whatever it is,
But it's
whatever it
SGA's
is.
league though. He's not the face of the league. It's
Okay,
his league
okay.
though. You got to go through SGA.
yes, I agree with that.
Yeah,
I agree with
Jokic,
that.
MVP. Yeah, he was MVP,
Yeah.
double
Never
doubles, triple
face.
doubles.
Yeah.
Is he the face of the league?
Hell no. He didn't want to be.
What I'm telling y'all is, bro, you gotta be American to be the face of the league. It will never happen ever.
I think it's a strong argument.
Yeah, I don't hate it because your MVP has to be marketable.
Yeah.
They have
And
to be able
relatable.
to, they have to be able to do commercials. They have to be able to do promos. They have to be likable.
You gotta speak English. You gotta speak English a certain way.
Wemby has a lot. The only
All right,
the only thing is
to Kieran's-
dominance. So look, dominance could do it.
It
Dominance
could.
is the
Yeah,
only
that's the
thing
thing.
that'll do it. So it's not like Michael Jordan came in and had like the most. Yo, he's hilarious. Like bro, it's a fact. I'm way better than y'all dudes.
Yeah.
I'm way like it wasn't like he was out here.
Yeah, but
he was like I understand.
Imagine putting Wemby with Spike Lee. It don't even look right. It don't even make sense.
Nah, but you can put Wemby with Bron whenever he retires or whatever, and it'll be something interesting. Like he's with Nike.
Okay.
They'll find a way.
They'll find a
Yeah.
if Wemby goes out here.
They
Look,
could find a
yo,
way.
Wemby goes
He's
out here
so
and wins.
dominant.
And
Penny
wins
Hardaway
a
had
three-peat.
no personality though.
No.
But as an American, you can sell it. We're gonna do Lil Penny. So Lil Penny run around with Vivica Fox and what's the other model? Tyra Banks. Come on, y'all gotta follow me, dog. Follow me, man.
Yeah. I'm with
It's
you.
a cultural American thing.
Yeah.
Everybody can't just be the face.
Yeah.
Steve Nash had double back-to-back MVPs.
Yeah, he
Can't
did.
sell that.
Yeah, right.
And he Canadian. He close to America.
Yeah.
You gotta be an American to be the face of the league. Check the track record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I agree with this for the most
Finally,
part.
thank
Yeah.
you for
I know, I did. I agree.
I
just
did
said
I
anything
convince
about
you?
that tape.
Did I convince you?
Yes.
Did I convince
No,
you?
I was
I've been on
already
your
doing
Did I
side.
convince you?
I was already on.
I will say
on the
this though:
side
if
with
there
you.
is going to be a foreign player to do it,
It's Wemby.
it's Wemby.
Yep.
Just because of the
Facts.
skill set, bro. It jumps off the page. A 7'5" dude, like who hoops, like who can actually hoop, who plays some like ethical hoops. It's different. Like he gonna be
Trey,
out there.
get to these super
playing
chats,
crazy.
bro. We got to keep it moving.
Yeah, listen, we do have some super chats to get to. Swaggy D. Dot is going back to the conversation that we were having about Sirianni, and he was basically making a comparison. So is Doc Rivers a great coach then? Because he's made finals appearances, and we
In
wouldn't
his
say
first
that.
4 or 5 years?
Yeah. With the Magic, I'm pretty sure that was early in his coaching career.
Who you talking about?
So Doc
Rivers.
In his
Doc
first
Rivers?
5 years, all playoff appearances,
I
2
ain't,
finals.
I'm not here to defend Doc. That's talk to Swaggy. Swaggy, this Shady talking to you. That's your comparison. Sky Squad 4210 said, "Did Jaylen Brown get hurt or something? Carried his team. 2-way player, champ, now MVP." That's a bit of a stretch on that one. I can't. I don't know if I can give you the JB.
You know what's
MVP.
crazy? I think
He
JT coming back has hurt JB's MVP case.
Yeah,
Because JT coming back just takes some attention from him.
It does.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
not that he's playing any worse though. Like
Not
he's
at
still
all. He's
hooping.
still hooping.
hooping.
The thing
But
is,
now
like,
JT's back.
not playing
JB should be
efficient ball.
rewarded with the first team All NBA. But
Yeah.
also, who are you kicking it? Like
kicking
this,
out?
this gonna be a tough. Someone's gonna make second team
Well,
All
K
NBA. That shouldn't be.
getting hurt is what opened the door for no controversy.
Oh yeah.
Outside
K, I
of
forgot.
K
K's not
coming
gonna
out.
make it.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
Where we
right.
at, Trey?
That's tough.
Benjamin Ty 5731.
What up,
Shout out
B-Ty?
to our guy Benjamin said NBA's MVP goes to the Offensive Player of the Year. Depoy is for Best Defensive Player of the Year, just like how the NFL's MVP award is regularly a QB award, and
Yeah.
AP Offensive Player is the running back or wide
Incredibly
receiver.
well said, B-Todd. That's
And
facts.
it's an
Most
offensive league.
definitely.
Yeah.
Jose Guillen said your foreign player can't be the face of the league in any sport, but what about Major League Baseball? That is
course.
the
That's my
exception.
thing though. Ohtani is now the face of the league because the talent overrules
Far exceeds.
like far exceeds what it. If there's nobody else in the league like Wemby, bro.
I don't look at it. I don't look at baseball as like the American sport like that.
It's literally called America's
is.
pastime. It's literally called America's pastime.
Shady, that's a bad
Shady,
take.
bro. That's
It's
a bad
literally
take,
called
though.
America's
Hold on,
pastime.
let's
Shady.
Shady.
I want to hear you.
Shady,
Okay.
Let me tell you why though.
Okay.
Please.
Because all our best athletes in America don't play baseball. That's the facts, right?
You don't need to be a crazy athlete though.
All our best players, right, don't play baseball. They don't. They don't do it.
So let me push back on that argument because historically, baseball is a very old sport, and it has been America's pastime. And then what started happening? We started realizing the kids in the Dominican Republic and Venezuela and all these other different countries, foreign countries, are way better than the American players.
That's not even true.
Yes, it is.
This the truth.
Yes, it
The
is.
truth
It's
is
100% true in baseball.
This the truth.
Let me finish my take, please, real quick.
Okay.
So the game started realizing these guys from other countries are way better. So then naturally, as the talent goes like this, the balance of American players and foreign players goes like this, the face of the league is okay to now be a foreigner. In the NBA, we're starting to see the balance of the best foreign players and American players. The balance is
behind.
The
gap is not nearly as wide.
Who's
as it is
the
in
best
baseball.
foreign-born player 15 years ago? Dirk
Nowitzki.
It was Dirk. Like that was, but like who was the second best foreign player? You gonna say Steve Nash maybe?
Probably.
It's like your list wasn't long. Now you have 10 foreign-born players that can hoop with the best 10 United States foreign players.
And for every one of those, we double them dudes. For every one of the guys, we triple them guys. For every one of the guys, I'm going to say we triple them. That's why when we play them,
it's the same way in the MLB though.
Hold up, when we play them, we whip their ass. When we play them, Americans very short, we whip on them.
Yeah.
Number two,
it's getting closer.
the Nat, right? You from the Nat?
Yeah, I'm from
So
Indiana.
go to the hood, the Nat. All the best players. Who the best player from your neighborhood or your city? Who's the best player?
Jeff T. George
Best
Hill.
player? Damn. I'm talking about like from there.
Yeah, Jeff Teague is from Indianapolis.
He's from Indianapolis. Yeah.
All right. Well,
Jeff T.
you from Texas.
Yeah.
from Dallas. Yeah.
Who's some of the best?
Von Miller.
Miles Garrett.
Yeah. Miles
both of them from
What I'm
Dallas.
saying is, most dudes that be the best friend, they gonna play basketball or football. When you strong, you fast, you don't play basketball or football. Imagine growing up in the hood. Like in the hood, baseball ain't glorified though. It's not.
No.
You play baseball, cool.
It used to be,
You play
but not.
football, oh my God. You play basketball, oh my. So my thing is like, on the kids' walls, right? How old are you? 20, like something?
I'm 27, yeah.
So all his nephews, all that, they not gonna have a lot of baseball guys on their wall. They might, but majority of them
baseball's
walls is
dying.
gonna be basketball, football.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Baseball's
what
dying in
I'm saying is,
popularity, too.
if you go to America and get all our top best athletes, like LeBron James can be a great baseball player, right? If he can hit the ball. You know what I'm
if
saying?
he can hit the ball.
But
That's a huge
he wanted,
Yeah.
but what I'm
but
saying
keep going,
he's
yeah.
not even going to try it. After like 16 is I'm cool with this.
Yeah.
I'm playing
Shady
basketball. I was a great baseball player. I was gonna. That's probably my best sport for real. I played shortstop, second base. I played in the outfield. Imagine me on bases. That's cheating, right? But it was cool. It was fun, but it ain't that cool. You play baseball, cool.
But
play
it's
you play
a different
basketball,
skill set,
You
though.
play
Yeah.
football. You get what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is
That
that
baseball money though.
I get that, but I'm saying growing up, like.
Yeah.
We will never know because the top athletes in every neighborhood, every city ain't really trying to do baseball.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Did I convince y'all again?
No.
No.
Nah.
But
Nah.
just
But we gonna let you
but-
have it though.
We gonna let you have it, though.
You got it though.
Just think about it though, real quick.
I hear
Your
you.
best favorite players is not even playing baseball though.
Yeah, it's a different sport,
It's not
though,
looking at
'cause
us being that cool.
There's some dudes
Yeah.
that are freak athletes that like cannot
Bro.
hit the baseball.
For-
but like,
I'll give you one more example. Baseball makes the most money out of all the American sports,
Yep.
but our best players don't want to play it. Think about it.
But it's
I can't say best
twofold.
players don't wanna play it, though,
It's
'cause
twofold
that's-
though. Baseball is a harder barrier to entry because you got to be able to hit the ball.
bro, it's a hand-eye coordination is a completely
Like, you
different skill
gotta be able
set
to
to
hit
have
the
good
ball,
footwork and
bro.
all this.
What
Bro,
I'm
some of the
saying
best
is-
baseball players are like
But what I'm
not. They're
saying
not
is,
fast like
our
that.
best.
They're not-
We're not even trying to pursue that long. It's like, what's so fun about it?
Yeah,
Think
baseball
about
is
it.
also not fun.
Yeah.
You know what I
It's
mean?
not as fun. Yeah.
that's
Like
facts.
what? If there's
It's dying in popularity compared to other major sports.
any hood,
It is.
any hood, you got 3 TVs, you got 1 TV. Do you want the biggest baseball game, the biggest football game, or the best game? Baseball's gonna be last in any
It
neighborhood.
is.
Think about
It
it.
is. It
I
is.
agree on
100%.
that.
100%. It definitely
Yeah.
is.
Keep reading.
Last one I got from Lady L'Oreal.
Oh, what up, Lady L'Oreal? Hold on.
Now she's been a consistent super chatter.
Yes.
We gonna clap it up now. I'm breaking the rule. I'm bending the rules just a little bit. because she didn't send a super chat.
The hell are you doing?
Wait. But she said, Trey, I want to send a super chat, but I need to save my money. I just want to say to Shady, I love you bad.
Hold on, Paul.
I love you bad.
Wait. Hear me out.
No.
Hold on, wait.
I want to save my money too. I don't want to do shows all the time.
I got to finesse. Got to
Just
bear with me.
Go ahead.
Come on, bro.
She consistently in here
Fine,
spending
go.
money.
She said, I loved it. She said, Shady, I love you bad. I love this show bad. It's the highlight of my day every day. Shady, send that lady a super chat on her behalf, all right? $20, okay?
Wait, gotta do the eyes right? Love you bad too. I do it? No?
I'm not sure what was going on.
Never pull that move out.
Nah, Shady, you ain't got good enough facial control, G. You ain't got a good enough
Yeah.
Whoa.
But that was from Lady L'Oreal. She wanted to show love.
We love you too, boo boo.
And then last one, Dustin Russellberg, 9477, just in the $50 super chat, said Deion Sanders played both football and baseball and decided to play football instead.
Yeah,
but also what was he better at?
Hold on, Deion's
Come on,
Deion's one of the best athletes, and he was not a top 10 baseball
at
player.
all.
Kyler Murray. And this is why though, because he didn't pursue it for real. He went to play high school to go play college.
No.
Listen what I'm saying though.
Okay.
He went to go play college football.
Yeah.
If I was that great, he got drafted.
Yeah.
I done did all that. But who wants to do all that?
Bo Jackson prioritized baseball. He wasn't nearly as good of a player as the guys that
Y'all don't want to hear y'all.
I hear what you're saying.
What I'm saying is, dude, if you put your all into one sport, you're gonna be better. But nobody's doing that. I don't want to see him play baseball.
I'm saying though, there's some.
I just don't know if Deion would have been a top 5 baseball player ever.
No,
like he
wouldn't have been.
What I'm saying is because he never pursued it like that. You don't know that.
Yeah,
I don't know
You know
that, but I do know.
what
I do know right now in
facts.
baseball, out of the American players, there's some guys that are far more athletically gifted that aren't as good as some of the top players in the league, though. Just because it's a different
You gotta
skill
be able
set.
to hit
But
the
you gotta be able to
ball.
hit.
But
It's like saying a hooper like Gerald Green, stupid athlete. But he's not better at basketball than Kevin Durant. He's a better athlete athletically than Kevin Durant.
the bed.
I
Yeah, you gotta be able to shoot the ball.
I
Like-
said our best players.
I think you said athletes. I think you
said-
did say
yeah.
athletes.
I said our best players. Our best
Okay.
players in
They're
America.
gonna choose football over it though.
That's
for
what
sure.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean?
Yeah. But
That's
I
all.
can't discredit the guys that are doing it right now.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm just saying they're not our best.
Yeah. They're not the best of the best. I feel that way about
But they're
soccer.
not. Hold on, but they're not the best of the best. What, athletes? Because
I mean,
some
yeah, 'cause you
baseball
don't know.
players, bruh, I worked out with baseball players back when I was playing. Like, bruh,
they what?
I was like, y'all that fast?
Oh no! Oh,
Have you ever run with a center fielder?
I worked out with Ricky Ramirez. That's his name. Ricky Ramirez from the
Manny Ramirez?
Manny Ramirez.
Manny Ramirez wasn't an
Manny
athlete like
Ramirez
that.
But time out. Yo, I worked out with him. I'm like, yo, this is you? Out of shape.
But hold up.
you-
I'm not
I'm
gonna
not-
lie.
hold on.
Saquon Barkley, a freak athlete, he never hit like Manny Ramirez could.
I'm talking.
I'm
talking,
sorry.
Who's that?
I said Manny Ramirez. Like I'm saying, at the plate, he could never hit at the same level that a Manny Ramirez. Manny Ramirez is an unbelievable hitter at the plate.
But I was talking about
Unbelievable.
athletes. I was talking about like you
Oh,
put like
the
a very
Aaron
big
Judges.
No.
The Aaron
I'm a
Judges
side with
and
Shady
the-
on that
yeah.
though. You can't compare an NFL athlete from an athleticism standpoint to a baseball player. It's unfair.
Yes.
It's unfair.
100%.
No, like I'm sorry, like Billy Hamilton, extremely fast. Byron Buxton, extremely fast center fielder. Bro, line him up with Xavier Worthy, and he gonna show you something different.
But
Barbecue chicken.
you
He gonna show you
talking,
something
but you're
different.
talking the
This thing is like-
fastest out of 53.
It's the fastest versus the fastest.
But you're talking
I'm not
about-
saying they're not athletes, like they're athletes. They're athletic.
Man.
What's the kid Trey
Bro, my dad's in New York. He loved baseball.
Taylor,
Also,
help me out. The Trey kid, the fast, he's like super fast. Like he's probably the fastest in
Trey Turner?
Is that his name?
You talking about
I
white
think so.
kid?
Yeah. And
There's Trey Turner. There's also
Ellie
De La
Cruz.
Cruz. Yeah.
Yep.
No, those dudes are stupid athletes.
and they're not going to hold a
I'm
candle
telling you,
to
line
the
them up
Tyreek
with the
Hills and-
fastest
yeah.
wide receiver. And also agility, like stop,
Yeah.
start. Like it's not even remotely close.
Yo, my dad's a super crazy baseball fan. Like he loved baseball, loved it. And I remember he used to always force me to play. And I like baseball, but I was like, Dad, like that's it. Like I'm about to be in the NFL. I want to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean,
Also,
like,
I'm gonna add this in too.
because it's not looked at as cool. Does that make sense? In
Yeah.
our area,
Yeah,
is
facts.
is
No,
baseball
no.
looked at as cool
No,
as football
it's not.
or
Yeah.
basketball?
It's not.
So
It's
why
not.
would
It's not nearly as cool.
That's what I'm
understand
saying.
why
So
you
why
wanna
would
play.
the best players in
Go
the
play that.
area play it?
I'll throw this in there too. To give baseball some credit, there are guys that were like Joe Mauer was the #1 high school football player in the country. Got drafted to the Twins, ended up having a great Hall of Fame level career. Jeff Samardzija played college football for Notre Dame,
And
ended
played
up
baseball,
being
yeah.
a stupid good pitcher in
and
the
he was
MLB.
nice. He was
So
nice.
that's what I'm saying.
So why you don't agree with what I'm saying then?
I agree with what you're saying to an extent. I just think, but
Keep it
American
pushing, G.
sports.
Keep it pushing for time's
Look,
sake.
speaking of athletes, it's time we talk about the best athlete in the streaming world. ISHOWSPEED. The NFL released another angle of him hitting a spin move after catching this pass from Joe Burrow. I'll let you guys take a look at it right here.
Call it Chassenger.
So look right here.
What?
This is Patrick Peterson. He's spinning away from. Ends up cutting outside. We talking about how good Pat Pete. Well, Pat Pete's amazing. Ends up getting upfield. He had himself a good little day. He was tasked with covering Devontae Smith, forced a PBU on him, ran stride for stride, even though he got blurred at the end of the day for a touchdown. Fellas, ISHOWSPEED. A lot of people are saying that he could make it as a professional football player. Do you guys think Speed can make it in the NFL?
Yep, I do. I think that spin move was, man. Woo, that spin move was nice.
You being facetious right now?
Nah, I'm saying no, I'm not. I think he's fast. He's the most athletic streamer I've ever met. I've met a couple of them. Did a couple of their little streams. He's super athletic, talented, and he's competitive. I watch him in the boxing ring. I watch him racing dudes. I watch him play football now. I watch him shoot a jump shot. Kid's athletic. I ain't gonna hate on him. You know, with the right coaching, he might be something.
Oh,
and he's a brother. That definitely helps out.
Yeah,
you trying to be athlete,
Florida.
I'm not going to disrespect what it takes to make it to the NFL to say the Speed could make it in the NFL. Because if you want to make it in the NFL, number one, you got to be good enough to play in college. Then you got to be good enough to play in college and play at a high level in college. Then you got to be good enough to get to college, play at a high level in college, get drafted or go undrafted and be one of 1,400 players to play in the National Football League. You're more likely to get struck by lightning than you are to play in the NFL. So I'm not going to discredit what it takes to make it to the NFL by saying Speed, because he had a nice spin move in a flag football game, could make it to the NFL. Is Speed a really good athlete for a non-pro athlete? Absolutely. He might be the most athletic non-pro athlete in the world right now. But you saw what happened when he raced a legitimate track star in Noah Lyles. He lost. And I would assume the same thing would happen if you were to try to play a legitimate game of football. It would not go well. It would factor in as a loss. So I'm not going to discredit Speed's athleticism, because Speed is probably the most athletic non-pro athlete that is out there right now. But to just assume that somebody, because they're fast and can run a little bit, could play in the NFL, that's such a disparaging remark to what it takes to make it to the NFL.
Yeah, I think from a fan's perspective, it's a hilarious conversation just because it's ISHOWSPEED in the NFL. The NFL is too much of a stretch, though. Do I think ISHOWSPEED could be a D1, possibly Power 4 college football player? Absolutely. ISHOWSPEED just turned 21 years old. He's still college age, and he's an unbelievable athlete. He ran a laser 40. This is not a dude that just like trains. He's a dude that streams. He travels around going to European soccer matches and races people on the streets, boxes people out, like just does a bunch of wild stuff. And the dude ran a 4.49 laser time 40. Acho, what was your 40 at the combine?
4.71.
He dusting you. That's crazy. But my thing is, like, ISHOWSPEED is a superior, like a stupid good athlete. To just be that athletic without training is awesome. He's a problem.
He's 5'8", 143 pounds.
I don't know. He's not that. He's
listed at 5'8", 143 pounds. Find another 5'8", 143 pound player in the NFL. If I was 143 pounds, I would hope I ran faster than a 4.71, because I ran a 4.71 at 241 pounds. So, like, that's the other thing we're factoring in. It's not just about being fast. It's not just about being quick. What's your size? What's your strength as well? Like, and then also, it's all fun and games until you got a linebacker trying to take your head off. Like, it's all fun and games until you really got somebody there. Ashton Hall.
Yeah.
Ashton Hall be sprinting by every car known to man.
Who's Ashton Hall?
Ashton Hall, the dude that drank the water out the water bottle. The Saratoga.
Yeah,
water
Saratoga.
bottle.
They
You know
some water out the water
Ashton
bottle.
Hall, pull up Ashton Hall.
Pull up Ashton Hall clip.
Ashton Hall played at like a D3 school and averaged 1.3 yards per carry.
He
has 18 million followers on social media just based off running. You know, just based off literally he gets out of car and he runs. He raced ISHOWSPEED.
ISHOWSPEED
beat him by, a
beat him
step
4
or
straight
two.
times. It was it wasn't a step or two. He was dusting him and he was talking the entire time.
But I say this to say,
Yeah, this is crazy. How
you can look good without the pads on, but you put the pads on, it's a different.
Putting the pads on is different. Do I think he's athletic enough to beat that dude though? Yes.
What's his name?
ISHOWSPEED. Speed.
Ashton Hall.
Ashton Hall.
Yeah.
Ashton.
Oh, Ashton. Okay, and
Speed.
and he's famous for sprinting.
Sprinting.
This is crazy. This is a new world.
He's famous for being
Ashton is a new world. Baby.
This is what he's famous for. Really, it's for being a little.
Bro, pull this.
This is
You
crazy,
see, sorry,
bro.
I'm trying to.
Run from the top. That's Ashton Hall.
Yeah, this is what he does. He
The Saratoga water.
the Saratoga water. He
You don't
does
even
his little
gotta
morning
have no
routine.
talent where you can just do shit like this.
Yeah,
Now,
I go to the wrong area, dog.
truly 18. He has 18 million Facebook followers, 18 million Instagram
this?
subscribers for this.
yeah, this for this. Yeah.
Now, kill it, Rome. Now, Ashton Hall. Now, pull up Ashton Hall's running videos. Right, pull up Ashton Hall's running videos.
see.
The point I'm trying to make is, y'all don't be bamboozled by social media. Stars are stars on social media, but make no mistake, putting on those pads is a completely different. It's just a different game. It's just a different
Look at
game.
this dude. Like, what we doing?
Yeah,
man?
I
Bro,
don't
pull
know.
this.
He don't. I mean, come on, bro.
Yo, everybody will be famous though. Think about this. Like, everybody will be famous. What we doing right now?
This is hilarious. Sorry.
Crazy thing is, he probably made $5 million like off this trip.
Yeah.
in video
I
alone.
guess.
I mean, my thing is though, ISHOWSPEED's still young. He's 20, just turned 21. I don't think he's actually 5'8". I've seen him in person. You're not Trey size. He's a little bit taller than Trey, if anything.
But what about this? What if he had the right training though? Like you talking about? Not? Can we turn off the guy with the?
Wait, I mean, come on, bro. Just look at the form.
This is crazy. This is like my son will get a spanking for this. What are you doing?
A spanking.
You want that much attention? Anyway, back to speed. You never know though, dog. You get the right training,
Agreed.
eating regimen. Training with the certain right trainers, getting the right sleep. You know what I mean? Watching tape, watching how to run, watching how to play.
He ran a laser 4.4.
Bro, he might could be something.
He could play. Okay, would you agree with me? He could play Power 4 college football. He's a better athlete than especially whenever he's 18, 19. He's better athletes than other kids that I've seen.
But just because bruh, it's so much more than like being fast.
But I was talking because he played ball, so he's saying like the playing the sport.
Yeah.
and
Playing
why.
a sport
Do
is-
you think
I
he could play
that.
college football?
Everybody
How many
got-
do- bro,
is
at
this.
college
No,
level,
here's
what
the
do you-
problem. It's disrespectful to say yes. That's the problem. It's like, Kieran, you know what it
Yeah.
takes to play college football at
Nah,
a
it's
Power
crazy.
5 level. Because as soon as I see speed, I think Oregon, right? LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, all their running backs were like, but even Kenyon Barner's was 5'10", 200.
He's not that small.
And he had game.
The basis of your point, him being 5'8", 140, is just not true. I'm sorry, he's not that small. That might have been his size when he was 16 or whatever. They maybe have taken his height and weight.
At the time,
you
you got to get recruited and offered.
brother, he's bigger than that. Though.
Right.
But it's just it's so.
He's not a small person. Like I don't know.
But
He
looks
big
little.
person.
But he's not a.
No,
big,
he's not
he
a big
looks a
person.
little.
But he's athletic enough to play.
I guess
football.
Acho just saying like if he's
Kid,
really 140,
you're assuming
He's not
though,
140, bro.
You're assuming every 4.4 running kid can play college football.
No,
And
I'm
it's
saying
just
a
not the
4.4
case.
coordinated kid that has athleticism and hand-eye like he does can play college football.
Oh, Kieran, that's not the bear.
Y'all
That's
not on the
not the
same page
barometer.
though. Because Acho, you're speaking on like a fan level. He's speaking on like actually playing it.
I hear you.
That's why
I'm
you're
not saying
gonna-
he could go out there and start or do anything. You play with some sorry dudes in
He
college.
could be
did
on
you
the
not?
roster.
He could be on a roster.
But would he have been good enough to have gotten the offer? That's what I'm trying to say. Like,
He played high school
it's Noel Devine. Noel Devine didn't even make it in the league.
You're talking about the
Yeah.
best dudes in college
But
football.
Noel
He was
Devine
tiny.
he didn't even like get drafted like that. And like this was Noel Devine. So like
Well, Devine was
I
nice.
show speed But you can't take away from what he does because he's the best at what he does, and he makes significantly more than NFL players. So it's
As
just
he-
What I'm saying.
so maybe this will like even it out.
It's right there.
He is the prototype in terms of an athlete that you would want to develop, but he
That's too
lacks
small.
that development though.
but he's too small.
But I'm saying in high school, you could be 5'8", 140 in high school.
as an 8th grader,
And not go D1.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. But if you give him the technical side of football, which we all can agree he lacks tremendously to play at any other level other than high school.
The size.
If he's
Acho,
actually
that's
5'8", I don't know. I don't know how tall he is.
Acho,
He
he's
does
not
look
that small.
Because I think his technique ain't bad.
No, he's
that's
an
what I'm saying.
athlete.
But I think it's the size.
Bruh,
If I'm a coach,
if
am
I
I gonna
caught
get a
speed, and I'm not even a banger.
Yeah.
If I caught speed across the middle,
You
like
trying to
Marquise
lay-
Goodwin is my dog.
Yeah.
I accidentally concussed Marquise Goodwin. Accidentally.
Yeah.
I'm in a cover two middle run through drop in college, and Marquise Goodwin is actually an Olympian. Not like I wonder what he would, and actually Olympian, played in the league for 6, 7, 8 years, like actually an Olympian. I
Yeah.
accidentally hit him. I'm just 6'2", 240. If I accidentally run into somebody that's, 5'10", $150, it's not going to end well for the kid.
Yeah.
And that's an accident. So, like, imagine if I accidentally hit speed.
Yeah.
Or intentionally hit speed. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, it's like Marquise is a prime example because Keith is a way better athlete than Speed.
Yeah.
Way better athlete. And Keith made it to the league, played his years in the league. I'm not gonna say that Speed could just mess around.
Yeah, right.
Nah.
But I think with some development early on, he could have made a
look
roster.
Look at Speed. Yeah, I'm rocking with Speed,
roster.
dog.
Tarleton State.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
D1 Power 5 is probably
No.
a stretch, Karen, but he could have been.
He's an athlete. He's an athlete.
This is
an
him.
athlete.
I want y'all to take a look at this. This is him racing Noah Lyles, the Olympic 100-meter champion. This is him through 10 meters getting a faster split than him. Look obviously Noah's gonna end up picking up and
is
blowing
Noah
by
really?
him.
Is Noah really trying?
Also, by the way, Noah's 5'11". I know Noah's a 5'11".
Yeah.
Look at the ISHO speed right next to him.
I mean, they running.
Yeah,
right
would
now.
you?
Also,
Now
no,
you
bro,
know
They're
Noah in her
not
life,
raised up.
5'11".
They're both raised up.
No,
And
no,
Noah's
They
looking
not.
at him.
Yeah, I don't think he running hard. He ain't running hard. He not running hard.
No, Noah had to get out of there.
No,
But yeah, he had no problem
No,
beating
I don't
him.
think Noah was really running hard. But I ain't a fan of Noah, so I ain't cheering for him. I'm just saying, I don't think he's running hard.
How are you not a fan of Noah, but you big on American athletes?
Have you seen the guy?
Yeah.
He came on the
He
show.
represented America at the Olympics. He beat
I'm happy for
Jamaicans.
America.
He do it.
And your brother.
And your brother.
Yeah.
I mean,
This is crazy. Why don't you like Noah? Because you like anime?
Nah,
Because he shit on the NBA.
Yeah, because of
You
that.
shit on the NBA.
nah, he
World champion.
remind me like RG3 a little bit.
So the braids?
Okay.
No, not the braids. It's-
That's I see where Shady's going.
Nah, he not bad. He just a little. I mean, he is
He
kind
look-
of corny though, right?
You think you're a little
He
corny.
tries hard.
He's super
Tries
corny
hard.
though.
But it's worked for him. That's
Yeah.
why I say like
I didn't
it
say.
worked for him.
You asked me why I don't dislike him. I just think
He tries hard. But in this era, I get it.
Yes, you paid.
It gets you paid.
Does get you
Board
paid.
man gets paid.
it's all money.
Also,
good
he
money.
fast though. He's
It's
really
all
good.
money, good money.
If you ain't come from money, yeah.
If you ain't come for money, he
ain't come
changed his
for
family's
money.
life. I'm
If you
giving-
ain't come
I'm
for
giving him
money.
that. Also, great dude. Like whenever you actually meet
Noah's a
him,
good
really,
dude.
really good dude. But
Do
moving
you agree
forward,
it's corny?
You said what? I think he says some things that came.
No, I'm asking you. Not what he said. I'm asking. Do you think he's corny? I'm asking you that question.
Nah.
You don't. Okay.
I know. I think he's. I also know him personally. Though I'm not just gonna
Yeah.
call my boy corny. Like,
Yeah, that's
yeah. But
We
oh,
Super
you-
chat.
we got a couple
Super
super chats to get to. Trey says this is the first super chat. I think if athletes were good at baseball, they would choose it. If you can play longer than football and basketball, also you make more money. They getting damn near $1 billion a contract nowadays. Listen,
Nah.
if I have a son, he's playing baseball. Cause
Nah, you need to play baseball when you're younger. Hand-eye coordination development is
come on,
ridiculous for baseball.
it translates. And if you end up, if that's the sport that you take off in,
yeah,
I love that. Low risk of injury, longevity, highest paid. I'll take it. You can't beat that triple threat. Kenro 200X says Shady brings up a good point how the best U.S. born athletes no longer play baseball. Shady didn't bring that up. I did. The same issue hurt U.S. Heavyweight boxing. They used to recruit the top athletes, but once the money in the NFL and NBA exploded,
Yeah.
U.S. heavyweight boxing suffered.
if you that big and can move athletically, you're not boxing, bro.
Yeah.
Why would I be out there boxing?
See what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm playing
Yeah,
tackle.
now baseball, I can somewhat see it because like back in the day, I mean, like Ricky Henderson had every right to go play baseball, and he could have gone. I mean, he honestly could have gone college basketball, college football, whatever he wanted to do.
Yeah.
Barry Bonds, another great example. Like
Yep.
some of the best black athletes in America were choosing to play baseball back in the day because it was the biggest sport. It was bigger than the NFL in the '80s and '70s and whatnot. But
I don't know how. I mean, I like Barry Bonds. I like baseball players. I like baseball guys. I do
yeah.
like baseball.
Yeah.
I just think if we comparing them, it's like you can't. Come on now.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
That's fair. Money, power, respect. 773 said, I disagree. International players are better at baseball. The MLB did the same as any other American country in the 80s and 90s. They outsourced for cheaper labor. We still compete well internationally. Sergeant Pignan said MLB has done better ratings on TV in the last 5 seasons than the NBA, though. And then lastly, Ricky Rick on the beat said, guys choose football over baseball because of the college to pro pipeline. There's 5 to 6 levels before you even sniff the pros when you're drafted in baseball. A lot of top picks never even see
time
the
out.
pros.
Also, the thing whenever it comes to baseball is like, one, yes, it is a more popular sport.
It's not.
You could say, and I mean, from ratings perspective, you could say that, bro. It's hard for baseball players, some of the best baseball players in the world, to surpass 1 million followers socially. Like,
Yeah.
basketball players are far more, and it's a face forward sport where you can see how they look like and all that. Like, it's just not. it's amongst
cool.
the youth.
It's not
Amongst the
cool.
youth, it's not cool. Like I'm sorry. Like,
it's just not cool in general, and I'm gonna tell you why.
No,
Because
it is cool. Like I think, bro, people be pimping home runs now with all the
Yankees
Yankees coming in.
The
flipping-
Yankees couldn't even grow facial hair until what, last year, 2 years
Yeah.
ago.
But it's still like that's
You
tradition
can't
and whatnot.
celebrate when you steal a base. There's a lot of lame
You
shit
can
that
now.
go. Yeah, but I'm
You
saying
can
there's a
now.
lot
I
of
agree
lame
that was
shit
lame
that
shit,
goes
yeah.
on in baseball, and now the owners and the powers that be have realized the cool shit sells.
That's why the most
But if you
popular
ask-
players in the league are the Venezuelan, Dominican players that are out here flipping the bat. Like you
Yeah,
watch
they
a
be
game
lit.
of Venezuelan
They be
league
lit.
baseball, it's a completely different sport you're watching.
Absolutely.
It's way more fun to watch
you ask
for
your-
the youth.
And,
you ask your
and just
neighborhood
10 years
kids-
ago, Jazz Chisholm would have never been able to
Oh, I
be.
like Jazz Chisholm.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Nah, I'm not gonna say
But
10,
if you ask
20.
if you have your kids, like, yo, if you had to pick out of your favorite
Who's your
players
favorite athletes?
in
Yeah.
America, they a lot of it's gonna be football and basketball. It's gonna be very
100%.
few baseball.
Yeah,
100%.
That's what I'm
No,
saying.
very
Keep
few.
it pushing,
My
y'all.
crap.
Take your time.
That's all I
take your
got.
time.
That's all I got. Let's keep it moving.
Let it ride.
Look, moving forward, we got to talk about Jay-Z
this
coming
is
out and
interesting.
saying that the back and forth between Kendrick Lamar and Drake just wasn't really needed. I'll let you guys take a listen.
Again, I love the idea that we got so much music in such a short period of time.
Great music.
Just everything around it was just like, man, it's like
Almost
taking
60.
us
Almost
a
60.
couple steps back.
Yeah.
And we just grown so much that I don't know if, I guess I'm gonna say it, I don't know if battling needs to be part of the culture anymore.
Interesting.
I hate that I have this point of view. I do, because I
Yeah.
know what it sounds like. I know what it feels like. I hate it.
How do we feel about Jay-Z's comments? You agree
Mr. Culture.
that the Drake and
Culture
Kendrick beef, you know,
superhero.
didn't need to go to
Shady
the
Cook.
battle.
That's right. That culture
culture superhero,
But
Shady.
you know what? I don't mind this, right? Because yo, Jay-Z's almost 60 years old. You asking a 60-year-old man, right? And I know his name is his name, but like my parents is like 60. So how you feel about battle rap? He's like, we don't need it. I get it. Battle rap comes with a lot of, guys being pissed off at each other. Can escalate to different things,
Families getting talked about.
Yeah, families. You're talking about this, that, all type of stuff. I don't want to get into the stuff they were saying, but it was real bad, real evil. And like, who wants that? And he's a 60-year-old man. Why would you want that? So I get what he's saying, because he had some crazy battle raps. I mean, him and Nas had some wars. Him and 50 Cent had a little this and that. Mobb Deep, he had a lot of battles, a lot of people. Dame Dash. So I don't want to name everybody, on his battle and disses. But the thing is, when you're 30, 40, 20, you might get into. I like battle rap, right? That's two lyricists that's going at it, right? And speak about me, I speak about you. How can we say the bad things about each other and who's gonna make it sound the best? I'm cool with that. That's battle rap. Same thing like boxing, but you're doing it with a microphone. So I understand that. But when you're 60 years old, you might not like that. You might want everybody to get along and this rap on a beat and this, you know what I'm saying? So I don't mind Jay-Z doing that. Look at Jay-Z now, though. If you just look at him, he looks like a successful man that's just happy in his own skin.
Yeah.
He reminds me like Bob Marley and you know what I'm saying? This really chilling. So I don't mind that. Now the old Jay-Z, if he said that, I would have a problem with that, right? Because you rapped with Biggie Smalls when Tupac was on top, I would have a problem with that. But right now he enjoying himself. He married, got kids. Come on, man.
Yeah.
So I don't mind it.
I'll agree with it on the outside and on the inside looking out, on the outside looking in. I'll agree with it only because I'm like, Drake did so much for hip hop and for music from 2008 until whatever end date y'all have for Drake, depending on if y'all thinks Drake was ended. And then I feel like the backlash that Drake got, Drake being one of the cornerstones over the last 12 to 15 years, based upon how Kendrick did them, I'm like, did that help advance hip hop? Did that help advance a music icon of the last 15 years? Like, so that to me is where I'm like, because if you listen to the whole interview that Jay was talking about, it had a lot to do with where we are with social media and whatnot.
Yep.
Because now everybody piling on Instagram, on Twitter, on all these things. It's not just like the battle starts and stops with the battle. Now it's everybody on social media saying, man, Drake weak, Drake not this, Drake not that, Drake not this, Drake not that. And everybody's saying what Drake isn't as opposed to everything that Drake is. And now all the hits and all the songs and all the summer classics, everything that Drake actually has done is now to some degree been making a mockery of in perpetuity. So to me, that's where Jay, if you listen to that kind of the full context,
And
that's
I
where it comes
heard
from.
what you're saying, and I guess what Jay-Z's saying, but like hip hop is not a friendly game though, right? It's competitive. it's one king on top. How this whole thing even started was supposed to be 3 kings.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? It's supposed to be Drake, Kendrick, and J. Cole.
Jermaine.
And, you know, Kendrick felt otherwise. And he spoke on it. And this one thing I did like about the battle is that Kendrick put everything back into perspective. Drake is dope, though. Dope lyricist, one of the best artists of all time. But a lot of stuff that Kendrick said is true. Like, yo, you came over here and stole the culture. Man. If you go back to the first time you ever heard Drake, not even rap, talk, right? He came as a video. And I remember Lil Wayne said, hey, I signed Drake. I want him to be yourself. Be yourself. Don't come over here rapping about stuff you know nothing about. Be yourself. And when you watch him, it was cool then. Then you watch him now, it's like he taking everybody's style and using it for himself, which is cool, smart.
Yep.
Right? Like if you never even met Drake, you met him now, you didn't meet him back then, you would think, oh damn, you
two different people.
You from Houston? Where you?
Yeah.
But no, you not. You from Toronto. And then when he's in Canada, he talks like he's from Canada.
Yep.
And he's over here, and then you go down to Atlanta, and you steal their little situation, right? Yeah. You take that little, and you come over here, and everybody that gets hot.
But let me ask you.
Hold on. Everybody's hot. You take that little style. So when Kendrick was saying, like, yo, you know what? That's true.
But
so I don't mind the beef, but I like to hear what Arts are saying because low key, that's what you really think. And then when I listen to him, like, damn, yo, he's right.
But here's why I hate everything Shady's saying.
Oh, damn.
Everything?
Like 1, 2, 3.
Like not
everything.
one single thing you like.
That's why I hate everything he just said for the last
He said, yo, culture vulture.
Wow.
Here's why I hate everything Shady said. Because like at the end of the day, Drake did what any intelligent artist would do. And Drake did what any intelligent business person would do. Yeah. And Drake did quite literally what Beyonce would do and is literally doing in front of our eyes. Beyonce did a country album. Beyonce did a EDM album. Beyonce did a hip hop album, and then Beyonce just sang to us. If y'all know anything about Beyonce, like
Beyonce with
time out,
Drake's
time
a rapper,
out,
dude.
Time out. Can I chime in?
But at the end, not yet.
Okay.
At the end of the day, I'm talking about artists. Like at the end of the day, like any artist or any businessman, you do what a businessman does. You go to wherever the business is going to most evolve and most explode, and you say, oh, you know what? I'm going to be this here, and I'm going to be that here, and I'm going to be this here, and I'm going to be that there.
As a hip-hop rapper, that's what you telling me?
Can I
use Beyonce to sell your story on
as an artist, as an artist.
We talking about...
As a musician.
I got you. We talking about hip-hop rappers.
Yep.
That genre is way different from all this other stuff we talking about. Correct,
it's not even that much different. Let me tell you why. So let me start with the point of what you said, which was Drake did a lot for hip hop. I disagree completely.
Okay.
Drake did a lot from hip hop, but Drake didn't do.
He didn't put people on.
He didn't put the Migos on. He didn't take Kendrick Lamar on tour whenever nobody wanted to take Kendrick Lamar on tour.
Sure, but
so how is he not doing anything for hip hop?
Because
hold on, I'll ask you this one question. Was hip hop a mainstream, anytime an album drops, the #1 album in the world from a big artist? Was that what hip hop was before Drake stepped into the game? 50 Cent had huge albums. Wayne had huge albums.
Jay-Z's albums have gone #1 every time.
Jay-Z's albums are in the world? Absolutely not. Not even remotely close.
Eminem,
not even remotely close. There's a reason why Drake has... There's a reason why... Eminem, yes. Eminem, yes.
We have
Eminem is the only other artist to have that.
Hold on, slow down, big dog.
There you go.
Eminem has diamond albums.
Absolutely.
Did 50 Cent diamond yet?
We also have to consider we also have to consider the tech boom. Drake happened to come in when social media popped and boomed and expanded everything, which Jay-Z which Jay-Z alluded to in this interview. So that is beside the point. It's no secret that
we know why
Drake,
Eminem was also that big. By the
that
way,
Drake,
too.
yes, he's got the complexion for protection.
He can rap.
Yeah, he can rap. Yeah.
So back to my point. Drake did a lot from hip hop. But he's a culture vulture. That's just a fact.
For sure.
So
what's a culture vulture? Break that down.
A culture vulture is somebody that is not of the culture
at all,
whatever that culture may be, right? And they insert themselves or are somehow inserted into whatever that culture is, adapt and acquire all of the traits of that, and then portray it as their own.
Does that transcend industries, or is that only a crime of hip hop?
it's probably a more punishable crime in hip hop from the public court of opinion.
I mean,
I'm saying, is that only?
But it happens all across all industries.
Like Elvis did it. I ain't really looking at. I'm looking at hip hop. I don't know.
Okay, best. So go ahead.
Most brothers, I don't listen to like pop and all that. Like I don't do. I'm sure. I don't do none of that.
Eminem a culture vulture.
No, he's not. He's not. He's from Detroit.
If you talk to people from Detroit, though, they look at him as a culture vulture because
I know people. They don't.
I know people from Detroit too. And they do.
Have you been to 8 Mile?
No, I haven't been to 8 Mile.
I've been to 8 Mile. It ain't Beverly Hills. It's not.
Yeah.
Right. He's a white boy from the hood.
Yep.
That can rap.
Yep.
And he's rapping about what he's seen.
Yep.
I don't know. Yeah, he's not Drake.
It's levels to the culture.
He's not Drake, bro. He's not Drake.
He's not Jack Harlow when it comes to being a culture vulture or industry plant. He's not that.
Okay.
But he is. But there could be an argument. I won't make the argument. But what I want to say is that the beef may not have advanced hip hop, but the guy who ended the beef was the right winner. He was the deserved.
Sure.
He was the deserved winner of that because he is from, of, and for the culture. In Kendrick Lamar, so
of course.
He 100% deserved that. And
they
then
not like us.
The last thing I want to say is to your argument about Beyonce. For one, be careful with the beehive.
I'm pro Beyonce. I was applauding her,
but
we talking about.
But she didn't culture vulture country music because that is derived from blues, which was created by black people.
Correct, but
EDM is derived from house music, which was created by black people.
You're having a completely different conversation. I'm saying Beyonce is not inherently a country artist.
Okay, got you.
She is not inherently.
I thought you were saying she was culture vulture,
and she jumped into country music, and she adopted a country sound, and then she went and won awards off of the country sound.
So
like hip hop though.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Drake is the greatest hit maker the genre of hip hop has ever seen. How did he do that? Yes, by biting off of other styles, because he's a more versatile artist than anyone else. It's the reason why he has 13 #1 songs, and the second in the genre of hip hop has 5. It's not even remotely close. The fact that y'all sit here, I'm not gonna lie, y'all sound very old headish in here right now. Y'all really do, because the Drake is dead because of this beef and whatnot. When it comes to the Jay-Z and the beef thing, I think beefs are cool because they promote competition and they promote controversy. Those are two things that are always going. Having a pro or against side is always going to be something that plays. Whenever it comes to Drake, I hate the culture vulture argument because he put on people for the culture. The same people that you say aren't culture vultures, he put them on. The same Migos that he bit from, he also put on. The same people that want to sit here and flame Drake and say all the things about him, bro. Drake is still a black man at the end of the day. Drake still has put out more hits, and I'm talking from a music perspective, melodically. Unbelievable. Written songs for other artists. He wrote songs for Alicia Keys. Was he a culture vulture because he's good in R&B as well? Is it like no, he's rapped, he's been in R&B, he's made dance hall music, he's made all sorts of stuff. But we're like you said with Beyonce, we're not saying the same thing about her because she wants to switch genres or find hits in different areas because she's a more versatile artist. He's not your MC that's going to go out there and give you crazy bars. Yes, he's going to get out-rapped in a battle of words or lyricism with Kendrick Lamar.
He's not the greatest lyricist.
Yeah, no, but he's still an unbelievable writer. He's a hit maker. We've never seen someone like that before.
Not like Kendrick, not like Cole.
Bro,
you know what? They're true.
But I think Drake
facts.
is like, he's so talented though. I think he's the most talented.
He's more talented than all of them.
The beef was also perfect.
But I'm learning though, is like he was an actor and all that. So now I get the culture vulture like, yo, you acting for real. You acting like you from Houston. You acting like you from. You acting a little bit, and it's cool because it worked. Tupac was the same way. I'm a Tupac fan. Yeah. Tupac, if you really know his backstory.
He's from New York. He's a New York.
Come on now, he moved to Baltimore to go to actors. So he's an actor too. Yeah, so a lot of that, But it's nothing wrong with that. I just don't like. I ain't gonna compare to Beyonce. She's a female. She's singing and all that. That's cool. I'm talking about hip hop.
Yeah.
And hip hop, battle rap is part of it, right? And culture is part of it. And when you in the room and you with other rappers. And you sense like, yo, hold up, you ain't like us, man. You are not like us.
Yeah.
And Kendrick seen it, smelled it, and talked about it. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with saying
He's trying to feel that way.
But Drake is a great artist. There's nothing wrong with that. When we come to hip hop, things a little different.
But the problem for me is there's nothing wrong with Kendrick seeing it, calling out, etc. To me, there's a problem with everybody projecting some sort of animosity as though Drake has done nothing for the industry, because that's what it turned to. It turned to so much.
When you
of
call him a culture vulture and he's actually done things for the culture, it's crazy to me.
That's to me.
That doesn't make you not a culture vulture though. You can. Those things aren't mutually exclusive. You can be a culture vulture and still put people on.
Yeah, that's what he did.
That's what he did.
He jumped over Sexy Red. Him and Sexy Red is from two different lives and area in the world. They can't really even like relate to nothing they got going on. He seen she start popping. Oh, let me go get her. I'm thinking like, what you doing with her?
Drake don't need to go. But Drake don't need to go get anybody to start popping though. That's the thing.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does, because he doesn't have his own style or identity.
Get more relevant.
He has to go adopt. He has to go adopt somebody else's.
Hold on,
I'm gonna tell you what it's. Hold on, real quick. Let me just get this quick analogy.
Drake ain't got no
kids,
style.
I don't know if y'all had kids. I know for a fact you had kids like this in your school.
This is crazy
because you went to private school. So we had kids in our school, grew up 3-story houses, mansions, big backyards, pools, all that stuff, and you selling drugs in school for what? That's not you. That's not you, but you don't have an identity.
Hold up.
So you go adopt what you think is the coolest identity and make it your own.
Time out.
Your parents bought you a
Time out.
brand new Jeep.
Time out.
That's
No,
Drake.
I want to jump on this. In what way musically? Because now we about to have a music conversation. And we really are.
Okay.
In what way, sonically, does Drake not have his own style and identity? When he is blended R&B and hip hop better than any artist in history. How?
I mean, because he talks about
What identity does he not have?
He talks about selling bricks and all that, which we know that's not even.
Not
possible.
talking about selling bricks. I'm talking about sonically.
No.
Which is why I said
You
musically.
asked the question.
Okay.
And I'm saying you go from being on Disney and all that, right?
Yeah.
To Drake, to Lil Wayne that signs you, say, yo, don't come over to America rapping about stuff you know nothing about.
When is he talking about selling bricks? And some of his biggest songs, they're love songs. They're him
Oh,
rapping.
he got a song with Meek Mills. He said, my is got bricks like Shaq at the free throw line. So I'm like, you know the verse? You know the verse? Yeah. So what do you mean? I like lyrics, so I love and Drake got lyrics. But what I'm saying is that ain't you. That and hip hop.
It's not.
When they come to find out,
I completely disagree that he doesn't have an identity.
And hip
That's
hop,
Shady Cook.
when they find out you're not what you say you are, like when a rapper gets robbed or gets this, and that, your career changes, right? Because now you're not who you say you were.
But the thing-
so then when you come in here rapping this, you go from you're the best I ever had and all that, right?
Yeah.
To Wayne saying don't start behaving like this. You come to America, be yourself, and then you just you just don't even listen to that.
Yeah.
And then you come over now, you talking about bricks and this, and your homies got all like. I be confused. Which one is who
Because
is
you don't
it?
have a real
But
identity.
here's my problem though. And Shady knows way more than me, but like the majority's rappers, they're not actually doing everything they talking about.
That's
So
what
they-
I'm
and when,
saying.
they, when they find out, they don't. They get exposed.
But not really, because like even
That's not true.
Wayne, I talked to Wayne this weekend on some sentimental stuff. Shady knows Wayne. I know like on some sentimental stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, when I finally actually met Wayne and had like an actual heart to heart with him, y'all can check it out. Uncomfortable Conversations. Did a whole sit down with him on mental health. I was like, wait a second, Wayne. Like, you talk all that talk, but like Wayne, you ain't even really grow up like that.
That's true,
for real.
now.
Like,
Okay.
and this is Lil Wayne. Listen to anything and everything he raps about. You would think like, oh, Wayne got done killed this dude and that dude and this dude and that dude.
Wayne
and,
shot himself.
But
and Wayne is just the coolest.
But you know what
like,
Wayne? But you
chillest,
know what
like-
Wayne do got though? He do got homies and families that's doing that.
And you don't
and
think-
he's rapping? No.
At this point, you don't think Drake does?
Drake
definitely does.
The difference is,
At this point.
when you come over and you learn and you take it from the culture, now you got some of that. When Lil Wayne, the Lil
Actually
Wayne,
grew up
the
in
young
it.
Lil Wayne, they talked about being
Why
from
is that
uptown.
praised?
Yeah. But hold on, real quick, because he
Lame.
got friends and family. And his rap group, when he was like 16,
Yep.
BG was really like,
but-
hold
Go
on.
ahead, cook,
You said
my bad,
something,
my bad,
right?
my bad, my bad,
So what
my
I'm
bad.
saying is like Drake coming over here, when we gonna get you out the wheelchair from being on Disney,
hate
right?
you.
I don't know what the homies you hanging out with then and all that.
Get you out
but
the
the Wayne you talking about, that's cool. But the Wayne when he started, Wobbly and all that, you said he wasn't like that, right?
Fireman.
He had homies that was like that. Family that was like that. Birdman.
Yep, of course.
It was like that.
Yep.
So what I'm saying is, there's dudes around me
Yep.
that won't let me do things, but I see it every day.
Correct.
Compared to Drake,
Let me push
He
back.
get out the wheelchair.
But let me push back. I hate Shady so much. Let me push back though. Wayne raps about it like Wayne's actually doing it. You know, Wayne, my favorite artist. Wayne raps about it like he's actually doing it. Wayne not actually doing it, but it's a part of the game. A part of the rap game is
I can't say
talking
that.
about that. So you know.
Yeah.
I got
Like,
one.
teardrop
I got one for you.
tattoos.
You been to New Orleans?
Come on, bro.
Yeah, of course.
But have you been to
Third
the
Ward?
Yeah,
No.
I have. That's nothing. That's nothing to play around with.
Of course.
So what I'm saying is, yo, he's experienced it. He rapping about his experiences. Maybe, hold on, maybe he ain't saying, yo, I done kill him, I done sow it. Maybe he's not saying that. But what he is saying is like, yo, I have experienced that. I've never smoked crack, ever. I could tell you what a crackhead's habits are.
Yep.
You see?
Yep.
Yeah.
I would never murder nobody unless
Yep.
it's for my family. I know what they look like. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Wayne's the same thing. Drake, dog.
You don't think he knows at
Hold
this
up,
point,
hold up.
Shady?
See, but you see what you keep doing?
What I'm
you
doing?
keep saying this point as I'm learning something.
Agreed.
I'm saying, yo, from your environment growing up, this is what you know, not what something you learned.
But think about
so that's
it.
called
You don't know what
culture.
environment
And
he
that's
ended up
even-
growing
and
up
that's
in.
even
Worse,
worse.
Acho.
Drake could have been from the same situation though.
This is not your culture, my man.
Sure, agreed.
But Lil Wayne, this is his culture.
Yep.
I know what it is. Drake, this ain't your culture. Oh, you learned about that? Oh, you learned okay.
But
That's
to me,
the
okay,
difference.
great. Okay, I like this point. But to me, that's artistry. Because when Drake first stepped on the scene, Drake wasn't all hard like that. When Drake first stepped on the scene, like Drake was singing and he was like, he was sing rapping.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
as Drake progressed,
Which is what his
being
identity is.
somewhere and
Trey Songz.
actually ingesting and by osmosis and by reality experiencing things, that's when Drake starts to.
So that
starts to-
culture.
You say
It's
he
not-
stole? Hold on. Time out. You say he stole Trey Songz culture?
No,
You say he stole he bit off Trey Songz style.
The singing and rapping that Trey Songz was doing when Drake first popped, yeah, Trey Songz was making music like that. What's the
You are out of your damn mind.
Drake's early sound is it?
You were
I
out
just
of-
want
you
to
were
be.
out of your-
I
you were-
just want to be successful.
You were out of your mind.
That's
You were out of your mind.
Wait, what about when Drake was like,
You were
ooh,
out of
I
your
ain't Lil
mind.
Wayne,
Okay.
this-
Thinking he got his
Wait,
melodic.
come on,
You
no.
thinking he
got-
can you
thinking he got
arguing
his
Drake's
melodic
sound?
stuff?
Drake's sound has changed 15 times over the 15 years that he's been
He's
hot
still,
in the
but
industry.
he's still, but he
he
has-
doesn't have a sound.
There's a reason why
he has
people,
everybody else's
there's
sound
a
that he
reason why-
uses.
There's a reason why people imitate the way Drake raps, and it goes viral because they sound like Drake.
get some money.
Yes,
That's
there's some
anybody.
songs.
Anybody
No,
imitates.
then he does have an identity.
You just said you
You're arguing
imitated
against that.
Freeway in the rap that you made. Everybody gets
Absolutely.
imitated if they hot.
Absolutely.
But Drake's hot because of other people's
No,
sound, bro.
that's not
and
true.
you say he's
That's
put
not
on.
true.
He's
I,
put on.
I think you don't know enough about music, to be honest with
I
you.
know
It's
one
kind of a
thing,
crazy
though.
conversation.
He
We
came
have.
from
I know
He
Drake
came-
sold
I know
sold
he came
sounds and
from
sold music.
Canada. He started hitting out there with the montage.
Come on, bro.
No, Montage was crazy. That was a little, yeah.
Come
He started
on,
learning,
bro.
oh, this is how it's go. He started learning.
At 30 years old. At 30 years old at that.
Canada.
Come
he
on,
came
bro.
to Texas and montage. He started taking notes. Okay, that's how you. That's the truth. Where
But
Lil
here's-
Wayne ain't taking notes. I'm learning from my environment. That's the difference.
Drake also ain't
I
going to
don't-
no dice game like the
Oh,
Migos
here's
was
the thing.
either. So
Come
come
on,
on,
but
bro.
here's the thing.
That's like you
He
taking
do the
nerve-
shit from the.
He
He
notes.
peeping through the window like, oh, okay, yeah, but I ain't gonna go. I ain't going in the trap house, but I'll stand
dog.
outside.
Come
I'll
on,
sit in the
dog.
park car across the street
Come on,
and
dog.
take
See,
notes on
but
this shit.
I don't care.
That's lame, bro.
Why do we
I don't,
That's
here's the thing.
lame, bro.
I don't
dog.
necessarily disagree with y'all, but then
You can't.
But what's not get lame? Getting shot and dying at it?
No,
Because that was the alternative.
No, because what else is lame is Future arguing about doing drugs and lean and sipping all that, and he has come out and said that he doesn't do any of that. I also think that's lame, but you know what? Future grew up in Atlanta where he's around people that do all of that.
But to
he's,
me, like-
and the fact he's American, he's Black American.
But here's
Drake is
my
not.
thing
so
though is like if you make the hit, you make the hit. Because if
No,
no, here's my problem. So many Americans have adopted Afrobeats culture right
man.
now. Chris Brown, most notably, who many would suggest is the most talented artist since Michael Jackson,
Yeah.
have adapted Afrobeats culture right now. And it's like, hey, if you make the hit, you make the hit. I'm not gonna sit here and try to like.
that's nasty.
music-
That's nasty.
How?
Let me tell you why.
Music
Because
is
there's
imitation,
there's
though.
a man by the name of Elvis Presley that stole a woman by the name of Big Mama Thornton's
Yep.
sound.
Yes. Yeah,
So
we
if
do
you
that.
just make the hit,
But
that's
Trey-
terrible.
Trey-
but
I
you're
think
having
the basis
a
of your
racial
argument-
No,
conversation,
it's not even racial.
Because if Elvis
he
wasn't black, because Whitney
Trey,
Houston,
the basis
Whitney,
of your
hold on,
argument
hold
is
on.
false.
Whitney Houston took Dolly Parton's song, and I
Yep,
will
yep.
always.
Yes.
And,
And you know
and
what?
we only know it from Whitney. That's Dolly's song.
But you know what Dolly
and
said?
ain't no black person.
But you know
like,
what? But you know what Dolly said? She said that Whitney did that shit so good that it's her song now. She got Dolly's blessing
Yes,
for
but
that song.
here's the difference.
But Elvis Presley
But
culture
here's
vulture.
my problem is
the song.
This is why I get upset because I think this is a low vibration train of thinking. Whitney took Dolly's song and elevated it. Black people ain't got no beef. Let a black person have had a hit, and let Dolly have taken Whitney's song, or the inverse happen. Now all of a sudden, huge issue. Whitney's biggest song is Dolly's song. Or Dance With Somebody. It's Dolly's song. And it's like, you know what? No blood, no foul. But now Drake, who's made hit after hit after hit, now it's lame. And now it's
Can I-
But it's not
Wait,
a race
wait,
thing.
wait.
I didn't even bring up Elvis. I'm just talking about this strictly the
talking about
culture
this-
vulture.
Man, that's that. What's about Elvis?
I
Come on,
hate
man.
the
He
culture
did-
vulture
Can we
argument.
for you real quick? I just want to say this though, right? Because I get what y'all going with this. I'm sticking to hip hop. I don't want to do all that. I'm a hip hop guy.
Okay.
My mom, sweet lady.
Had to be.
You
I
love
met
her,
her.
mom.
I met her. Yeah, I met my dude.
And when we talk about like who's cool, who's not, who's still in culture and all that,
Yeah.
and she said, let's just do simple stuff, right? Go back to the first time you seen Drake, right? In the wheelchair and all
Degrassi.
that. Right. And Lil Wayne, because I'm on that because you brought it up. That hit a nerve.
Yeah.
Because I know Lil Wayne's like experienced real stuff. And don't have to be shooting. But anyway, Jay-Z. Who else? Who else?
Tupac.
Tupac.
Yeah.
If they didn't rap, would they still be looked at as cool and you hang out with them? So let's go through it. I think if Tupac didn't rap, I think Tupac would still be cool. Funny, personality, swag, can dress, fabulous, right?
Yeah,
I think people he'll be cool in school. Dress nice, you know what I mean? Got a little swag with it.
Yeah.
Hove, right? You see the old Hove, right?
Yeah.
I think people still kind of hang out with Hove, right? Hove kind of cool.
Yeah.
Biggie, I only know with the Biggie because he kind of big and it's like it's no real. He might not. I'm a big fan though, but you know.
Yeah.
Wayne. I think Wayne will still be cool. I be think, from Lil Wayne, the first time I seen him.
Yeah.
Drake. If we in school, you think Drake would be like a cool, popular person? I'm just asking the question though. I'm not just asking y'all a question though. Seriously though. The first time I seen him on the Disney stuff, and then I'm just asking the question though. I mean, it's honest though. Do y'all think? You know what I'm saying? That's the simplifier. Like, what you think?
I see what you're saying.
We're gonna sit at Drake's table tonight, and we're gonna hang, and we gonna just.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Can I throw this in there?
Before you, I just want to.
I understand why you're saying what you're saying.
T.
I get it. He's not the cool dude. Whatever.
He's not sitting at my lunch table.
What?
I mean, sure, he can sit at my lunch table.
It's a real question.
No, I mean, yeah, sure, yeah. I mean, I obviously other people are cooler, yes, than Drake. Whatever you think about the way.
Give your take. I ain't heard of Kieran take in a minute. Give your take, bro. Where you at,
fellas? When new music is created or like artists are making their style or whatever, what do they? How do they find their sound?
Usually somebody came before him.
They draw inspiration from stuff.
Yeah.
Leve, biggest contemporary and jazz artist right now. She found her inspiration from what? Bossa Nova, Brazilian style jazz.
Yeah.
Is she a culture vulture of Brazilian style jazz?
I wouldn't say so.
Right. When Weeknd finds his music inspiration from Michael Jackson, is he a culture vulture of Michael Jackson? You grew up in Canada, wasn't from
false equivalence.
That's not false equivalence. That's music.
There's a difference between drawing inspiration and copycat.
There's not copycatting. That's called music. Music is copied over generation. It's the reason why the biggest songs in the world right now have what on them, Trey? Samples.
Yeah.
They have samples. That's what music is.
Yeah.
Music is imitation over and over and over again. You want to know why? There's only so many chords. There's only so many things that sound good to the human ear.
About
This is a music theory thing that I'm talking to you guys about now. There's only cadences. There's only rhythms that sound good to the music ear, or to your musical ear. We're about 45, 50, 60 years away from not having new music anymore. They're eventually going to run out of music that they can have. You can sequence it differently. You can do all of these different things. But people draw inspiration from what sounds good to them. So if Drake is doing that, and he's also not only packaging it, I make content, right? I make content that's based off of the content that I saw growing up. I make different styles of videos based off of the content that I saw growing up, based off the content that I see. But I package it and I deliver it in my own way. And whenever I do it, sometimes it's a whole lot better than the place that I drew inspiration from. Am I a culture vulture of everybody else that made content? No.
That's art.
No,
to me.
I turned it into my own thing because I drew inspiration from it. That's like, I hate the culture vulture argument because he makes hits. And I know y'all want to talk about MCs, you want to talk about lyrics, we can have a completely different conversation. But the culture vulture thing, from a music perspective, is a stupid argument in my mind.
To me, let me land my last plane. I'm done with it too. My
I'm playing landed.
Okay, bet. Wait on mine. I'm gonna pull into the game.
We in the hang.
I'm not gonna lie, this has been the longest topics ever on the show.
Here's where I agree with Kieran is this. There's an art conversation that I think is lacking. Because art is all about drawing inspiration. Remember, the biggest song of the last 24 months was 1, here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4. Plenty more.
Yeah.
Someone pour me up another shot of whiskey.
The Shabuzi.
You know what I mean? Jack Daniels got a history.
Right.
Shabuzi is Nigerian, black, who grew up in VA.
and made
I never heard that
hip-hop
song
before.
You've heard it. We just ain't sing it right.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and he sampled. Here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4.
that's
Jaquan.
He
Jaquan.
sampled
Yeah,
that, turned it country, and then had the biggest song of the last 24
Wait,
months.
who's Sambuski? Who's that?
Shabusi.
Who's that?
If you heard the song,
Who
you know.
raps?
Yeah. He took that, sampled it, and made it a country song and had the biggest song.
Yeah.
And ain't nobody sitting here like culture vulture, culture vulture, culture vulture. He made a hit that he sampled from a rap song.
Yeah.
Black dude with dreads and a country hat and a draw and straw in his mouth. And now you at the CMA Awards. To me, it's just what does it do for the advancement of the music or the culture if literally only hip hop is the group that's like
right. That's
culture
right.
vulture, culture
That's
vulture,
right.
culture
That's
vulture.
right.
I can only rap like someone from Atlanta if I'm from Atlanta. And
That's
if I
right.
step outside of that, you know what happens to people like that? DaBaby's career. He doesn't sound any different. It's the same cadence that he's always had. Is DaBaby making hits anymore?
Think about Houston rappers. Houston rappers, they rap like they from Houston.
Yeah.
And we know about them in the South.
Yes. Yeah.
Why not just make music like you're a child acting Canadian rapper?
Because to me, that's not art, bro. Think about Will Smith. Artist.
Yeah.
Like a true artist. A true artist gets inspired by art around them and says, you know what? Let me see how I can become that type of artist. Like a true Will
see how I can take
Will was
that
just
and
a
put it out
comedian.
there in my
And
own
then
way.
Will added depth. And then Will added soul. And then Will added emotion. But Will was just a comedian.
Can we stick
so
to hip hop? So let's ask you.
it's
like,
art though.
I'm
is
a
art.
hip hop. I don't because a lot of these people I don't even like. Shabuski, I don't know who that even is.
Shabuski.
Shabuski.
But like, okay, let's talk about like Nas. Right, Nas is a great rapper, great career. He raps like he's been rapping. Right.
Yeah.
50 Cent. He raps like he's been rapping. He did really, really great for himself. Jay-Z.
But he timed out. Like Drake,
Who times out?
50 compared to Drake. Like Drake, I don't think would have timed out.
We've never
Drake
seen
was
it.
just-
We've never seen a hip hop
I'm not
career
even
as long
talking about
as
Drake
Drake's.
no more. I don't look at. I mean, I don't even. He got a lot going on. I'm just talking about
Not
like
at this level.
rappers. Say so. You say they sample all this stuff. I'm just give you names that guys rap the same.
What's the last hit?
Eminem raps the same. That's just how he raps. That's really good for himself. Who else? Who else we missing? That? Lil Wayne. Did I say him yet? I didn't say him yet.
Nuh-uh.
Lil Wayne's been rapping the same, and he has a great career. So I'm just wondering, like, I'm giving you cases where guys they rapping the same.
But let me
They
check you.
rapping.
Let me check you because I really know Wayne's music. Wayne
don't listen to that.
Wayne did a rock album. And people in the rock and roll industry weren't like,
Oh yeah, when he's on his
like,
skateboard stuff.
Wayne legitimately did a rock album.
And also he was skateboarding too. I mean, okay,
But that's my point is like-
overall, his body of work is more of rapping.
Of course,
the way he
of
raps.
course.
So if you do an album here and there and all that, I don't take that as.
But
I think he's trying to like he started doing fit. Was it fit skates? What was it called?
Truck fit.
Truck fits. I think that's probably just a way to make more money.
But
You know what I mean?
so I think the last thing, because we obviously got to move,
Okay.
is to me Drake is just a more versatile art. And Wayne's my dog, obviously. Wayne, you see this as love. Drake's just versatile enough to say, you know what, I can go do that and do that well. Because when Wayne did it, Wayne tried.
He's a good
Wayne
actor though.
So
you're a good actor
but
to do
he's-
all them things, though.
He's just a good art. He's a better artist. Like if your art, I can take and then release. And then I can take.
Yeah,
Wayne
so
tried it.
that's
Wayne
right.
just
So
couldn't do it well.
That's like I'm a steal the culture. I get that. That's what he's saying. That's what he's
But
saying.
you're saying okay. If
That's
you're
what he
saying,
did, though.
You're saying steal. We're saying inspire. If that's it's
How you come over here and you learn our shit and then you doing it?
Yeah,
What do you mean?
I think the difference
I don't know
is
about this other
apparent,
stuff
yeah,
y'all doing
yeah,
in music and all this and all the who was you saying earlier?
Is
You was saying what was it? Elvis? I don't know about
yeah.
all them people and all the singers. I'm talking about hip hop. And my thing is, you don't know nothing about this hip hop for real like that.
Yeah.
Okay. You come over here from the Disney. Right? I'm being serious. And then
The Disney.
you learn and you go down in the mob ties and learn how that's going on. Then you come back to the land and you see it. I didn't even really watch it until I'm like, damn, he's right. And you take all that. That's come on. Because you're not even really from here. Drake says, yo, he said, boy, I'm not even from around here. How y'all let what do you say? How do y'all let me come around here? And now I run. Basically, I'm saying, because I forget the verse, but you know what I'm saying. He said, basically, I'm not even from here. I'm not even from America. And I come to America and now I'm running it. because I stole all y'all shit.
But
That is the truth.
So to me, y'all aren't wrong.
Can't be
I
wrong.
just don't know what you gain by being right, and hip hop's the only place that exists. Because in basketball, we steal all the time. In football, you steal all the time. You might watch Barry Sanders highlights to be like Barry Sanders. Yeah. Kobe watched Jordan to be like Jordan. But hip hop is the only thing in all of the world.
How dare you?
Where all of the
You
world
vulture.
where you
Right.
can't draw inspiration.
I love my hip hop.
Like in actors, you can do it. Anything except
I think it's
for
also a
hip-
Drake specific thing though. They don't keep the same energy. Whenever Kendrick makes something R&B related with Rihanna or with SZA, it's oh my god, he's just like no, you switched up to something that was more popping at the time. SZA's sound is a little more popping.
When's the last?
The origins of hip hop though are built in
When's the
uniqueness.
last non-American to
The
come?
origins of hip
to
hop are
America
built
still
in
the-
having your own sound.
and
There,
hip-hop.
there's a saying of
Yeah.
like, are you biting my sound? You know what I mean? Like the origin, the essence
Come on,
of
man.
hip hop at its core is having a unique
But
sound.
to me though, that's all art. If y'all only want to have a hip hop conversation, bet.
Yeah.
Like we can
That's
only
what
have
I
the
have.
hip
I don't
hop.
have them other conversations.
But to me,
I don't know about country song singers.
to me, this-
I don't know about no R&B. I don't do none of that. I do hip hop.
but the hip hop conversation that exists within a smaller conversation of it's art.
Yeah.
It's art.
It
Like,
is.
But
It
if
is.
Shady wants to have a hip hop
Here's the thing.
conversation, I
You
get
know
it.
why, though?
I'll
Because
stand
hip
over
hop, that's
there.
where we come from. I don't come from all that other stuff. I don't come from country guys with hats. You say he had a cow. What is it in his mouth? I don't have none of that. I don't come from like singing with Elvis. I don't come from that. I come from hip hop.
But rhythm and blues, hip hop is also a variation.
Acho.
Yep.
I come from
Bless
hip
you,
hop,
brother.
dog. I don't know.
But where did hip hop come from? That's what I'm saying. Like we gotta have all the
But art has rules though. You don't paint outside the lines in when you draw art.
Yeah.
You don't paint
And
outside
how
the
far
lines.
you
And if you
going
do, it's
back?
considered bad art.
No. It's considered abstract art.
No.
And
on,
of which
man.
case, some of the abstract
to the
artists.
blues?
So when you was in
You went
art,
to the
when you-
blues?
Yeah, I went to art, rhythm, and blues.
How long? How old is that?
I mean, you can go back to 1800s. You can go back.
Back. I don't want to go that far. I don't want to. I want to go to hip hop that I know about.
I want to go to the next topic.
Look, man, we gotta get to the next topic here. Enough about the music. Cam Newton was asked, or had to explain why he gave Jason Witlock a platform, knowing that he does a show with Stephen A, leading to their beef that happened earlier this weekend. I'll let you guys take a listen to what he had to say.
Work. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So to my point, why, Cam, did you allow Jason to come on and have so much strong opinion about Stephen A? Why? Is because it happened to Carmelo when Stephen A went and talked about LeBron.
That is true.
You cannot allow people to come on your platform and you control how it goes. You only can allow them to speak their truth, how they know their truth to be. And if you don't know, you can respectfully say, hey, I don't know if this is true or not. So when Stephen A says you didn't hammer down on the question, I didn't know that it was a lie.
Yeah.
I'm going off of what he's saying.
Yeah.
I
You know
didn't-
him as a person.
I didn't know. Let me say it like this. I didn't know it was a lie, and I didn't know if it was the truth of what you've known. But you allow people to speak their piece, not controlling what they say.
There is the.
I'll follow that up with, Ryan Clark ended up having
he did.
something to say about it. He
he
said, if
does.
someone shows you love, has you on their show twice a week, at least you don't bring their known enemy on your show and allow your guests to talk shit about that person. That's not G at all. Loyalty is at a minimum these days. Do you guys think Cam made a mistake bringing Witlock on the podcast?
He didn't make a mistake in bringing Witlock on the podcast. He made a mistake in how he conducted the interview. That's the dilemma. But I think a lot of athletes turned interviewers haven't necessarily put in the work of being an interviewer to not make that same mistake. Shannon Sharp, I think he's one of the best interviewers right now as it pertains to getting clicks. He has the highest watched interview ever on YouTube. I mean, kudos to Shannon Sharp. Absolutely incredible. It was a Cat Williams interview.
Oh, wow, yeah.
But the
It
dilemma
was.
is, if you do not challenge somebody, if you do not check somebody, and if you do not fact check somebody, then you're quite literally just platforming someone to spew ignorance without being checked. I agree with Cam in that, you need to let somebody get their thoughts off, but you can't let somebody get their lies off. Somebody can't just come on your platform, say whatever it is they want to say about someone in which you would call friend, and you don't challenge it, you don't investigate it, you don't dive deeper into it, you don't say, hold on, let's look that up real quick. even in the midst of our show, if somebody brings up a fact or a nugget or anything, Carebear behind that laptop is going to get to searching, going to get to Googling, and going to get to checking me real quick. I said ISHOWSPEED is 5'8". He's like, let me check. He might be 5'10", he might be 5'8". You're not just going to let someone come on your platform, say whatever they want about somebody you care about and not at least investigate it, not at least dive deeper, not at least like challenge someone. And so to me, that's where Cam fell short. I think Cam's incredible at what he does. Cam's one of the most entertaining people on TV right now, but you can't just let Witlock come out there and say that Stephen A. Smith has lied about his basketball career. Stephen A. Smith has lied about his New York Times bestsellers. Stephen A. Smith has lied about this, lied about that, lied about this. And you don't make him prove it. You don't fact check it. You don't have a researcher or a producer. Hey, can y'all check that in the back? Like, you can't just platform someone to come on and spew ignorance.
I'll just say this part, because I rock with Cam. And it's tricky, though, because like Stephen A., I mean, he brought you on First Take. That's a big deal. You know what I'm saying? You making good money on that. Your podcast is doing really well because you're good at what you do. But also, I think being on First Take helps you out. It's like if I had my own podcast and I bring Kevin Durant on, right? Yeah. The first thing I'm gonna say, look, man, I know you don't like Acho, y'all don't like each other. No, we're not gonna talk about Acho. Yeah. If I bring Debo on, look, Debo, you my man, cool. Hey, we do this podcast. We're not gonna talk about Acho. I mean, so many other players like that. But the point being is that, yo, man, I got real respect for dude because dude helped me out in my career, a lot of times. You know what I mean? And for me to help my family out and et cetera. So I would never want to do that. I'm a good friend and I'm thankful for the opportunities that my man done presented for me. I wouldn't do that. So I'm not blaming Cam because I think Cam is a genuine person. I don't think he's looking for certain things, and I don't think he needs clickbaits because Cam is clickbaits himself. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I do think he probably should just, did that a little differently. He should have told old boy, look, I know you hate on Stephen A. for sure. Let's not even talk about it. I worked with him. He got my First Take. Let's just move aside.
But he only brought him on for Stephen A. That was the crux of the issue. He only brought him on to talk about Stephen A.
And that's the problem because it's like, yo, why are we even doing that? Like, what did that do for me or you? Because Cam bringing on Jason, that don't do nothing for your platform. Mm-hmm. But it does something for him. And I think with Stephen A, it's like, yo, the dude that put you on the show, when you go to work the next day, it's like, he gonna look at you like, yo, what's up? Yeah. And you don't even want to play that game. I think Cam's a solid cat. He probably should have did it a little differently. Because Jason Witlock, that's all he does. Yeah. That's all he does.
The media game is interesting now because I think Cam is smart enough to realize Witlock, Stephen A. is going to click. So I'm gonna bring on Witlock to talk about Stephen A. Witlock doesn't have another platform really to talk about Stephen A. because when Witlock talks about Stephen A. on his platform, still nobody watches. So like Cam realizes, if I give you my platform, it's going to kick up dust. And it did. Stephen A. responded. Witlock responded. Cam's responded. We've responded. Everybody's responded. It's a slow news season right now in sports. Ain't no NFL news really popping off right now. NBA, we're still waiting 3 weeks till the end of the NBA season. Like, it's a slow season right now. Cam, I think, is just being a business person and saying, this is a business move I'm going to make. But I do see what Ryan is saying is like, if Shady brings somebody on his pod just to talk mess about me,
I ain't gonna do it.
That's just wild.
Look, I'm not gonna hate on him inviting someone onto his platform. It's his platform. He's well in his right to bring on whoever it is that he wants to. And I can get where he's kind of coming from. My thing is though too, kind of like you said, if the basis of your conversation is on his hatred of someone that you work with, I think that's it's a little much for my taste. I'm not here to say what Cam can do or can't do. He's a grown man. He make his own decisions and whatnot. I think it's more of a having the questions be about him though. Like that's a question that you ask Witlock to talk about. I think that is a little crazy just to me. But overall, I don't have a problem with him having Jason Witlock on his podcast. He's built that platform of his own. He can do what he wants to with that platform in my opinion.
But how can you say that in the sense of like if Witlock is publicly called the man who's put millions of dollars in friendship and a platform in your pocket post-career. Witlock has publicly called that man a liar, publicly called that man mentally ill and all these different things, and you're going to platform him just to let him do it again. And Cam's show's not live. That's really live to tape. So not only, you could have also fact-checked it and edited out or deleted the parts that were lies.
I don't know what his relationship with Witlock was before. It could be like two friends beefing, and you know both of them. At the end of the day, it's going to be a situation where
and
I don't know.
You can't stay quiet on it. It's to Shady's point.
Then I think you should stay quiet on it.
Shady's in between. Shady's friends with me and friends with other people who publicly don't like me.
Yeah,
I don't really have any issue with it. I just be talking. But like Shady just be quiet. He has his private conversations to the left. He got his private conversations to the right.
Yeah,
he checks me when
he's
he
not putting it out there.
No, Shady's just like, hey, it is what it is. I'm not going to. Y'all's beef is y'all's beef.
I also think there's something that like. I don't know. I'm not here to just like judge Cam harshly for it. If he feels it was a mistake and doesn't want to put someone else that he works with in that type of situation again, then I can understand him making that decision moving forward. But also, I think for him,
do you agree with Ryan?
Do I agree with Ryan? Partly. So I think it's like Stephen A. has shown him love and have him on his show and whatnot. The inviting your known enemy and allowing him to talk trash, I think it's allowing that dude on to give his takes about sports or whatever it is. If that's what you want to do, I wouldn't do it. But like, if that's what you want to do, then
no
cool.
issue there.
I have no issue there. Asking him questions about your beef with that person, I think is where I draw the line. And
but think about this real quick though. Like, yo, if my man, I put you on, and you got beef with this dude, right? I ain't mad about that. But then if you bring him on your set, it's like, like I'm trying to figure out. When Stephen A. first sees the episode, and he sees Cam, like, how does that conversation happen? It's like, what was you doing?
Yeah,
because it's like, yo, I don't even like dude like that. Like, and then if I don't like him, I ain't gonna say you can't bring him on because that's your platform.
Correct.
But why y'all talking about me?
Bingo.
You know what I mean? Like that part is just. I want to see Cam's response to it.
Yeah.
Because is that the only one he said?
That's
that's his response.
Oh, wow. Yeah, like Shady hit the nail on the head for me. It's like, why y'all talking about me? Y'all, all the things in the world y'all can talk about. Why y'all talking about me? Trey, chime in. What you think?
I don't know. I'm a little bit conflicted because Stephen A. didn't even really seem to take issue with the fact that he had him on the show. It was more so that he just didn't grill Jason Witlock. So to that point, Cam is, he has a job. His job is now to podcast and host and be an entertainer and all of these things. Now, there, of course, are lines of morality that you cross and don't cross. If he feels like he and Stephen A. had a relationship good enough and, strong enough, solid enough to be like, to have somebody on that show, and all Stephen A.'s ask was, now he didn't talk about it beforehand, but if all Stephen A. wanted was to be like, yo, if he says some flagrant shit about me, call him out on it. Correct. Press him a little bit more. Yep. Make him tell you, okay, where's the receipt for this? As your mans, that's the bare minimum I feel like you could and should do.
If that's really your boy at the end of the day, yes.
I would have liked to have seen that from Cam, but to just say, no, you can't have him on the show at all, I don't necessarily agree with that because this is still Cam's job. He got to eat at the end of the day.
Yeah,
if
that was
you know
me.
What I mean?
Even okay, so a couple of things, right? Where I take issue with what Cam said is this second quote. If we can show it, right? The second quote where you can show it is you cannot allow someone to come on your platform and you control how it goes. I disagree. I think you can control how it goes whenever you're inviting someone onto your platform. You can only allow them to speak their truth or how they know their truth to be. I think that's also something
that's
that
BS.
I think
BS
you asked the questions that you did for the reason that we saw.
But hold on, we have a dilemma in life because there is their truth and there is the truth. And when you can find the truth, I don't care what your truth is.
Right.
Yeah.
Because what Jason Whitlock was saying about Stephen A. Smith, there is the truth. What Stephen A. said to you in a conversation one time, that's your truth, that's his truth. But like Stephen A. Lying about this or lying about that, there's the truth. Yeah. Stephen A.'s basketball career, there is the truth. Stephen A. And the climb to being a journalist, there is the truth. So
him being held back in the fourth grade, like that's just an unnecessary shot that you're taking at that
there's
point.
The truth.
Yeah.
So you can't just say, I'm going to let somebody come out there and speak their truth. Hell no, I don't care about your truth when there is the truth. If I can find the truth, only give me the truth. Everybody can have a truth. Eventually, something's a lie. And we can't masquerade somebody spewing ignorance under the guise of it's their truth.
Yeah.
Because eventually, no, it's just a lie. It's a lie. There's the truth. There's an objective truth.
I think the thing for me is like if it was me in that situation, I would feel a way that you didn't like at least defend my name in a way though too. You know what I mean? Like you're going off saying that I'm a liar. I don't know anything about sports. Well, to my knowledge, I actually feel like Stephen A. is a little bit knowledgeable. I like at least have that sort of like back and forth about in some way. Like I wouldn't just let somebody just talk crazy about y'all on a public platform like that. But I also think Cam, like, you asked the questions that you did because you knew that like what the response was.
I think unfortunately he was blinded by the ends and didn't worry about the means of how to get there, why to get there, and what that should look like. And then that just when you go for the pot of gold and don't enjoy the trip, you know what I mean, across the rainbow, it's not gonna be.
Now I'll ask y'all this: if y'all were in Stephen A's position, would y'all take that as like disrespect, and would you not?
Hell yeah!
I think it's a teachable moment. I think it's a teachable moment
too.
I think Cam is relatively new to this.
Cam's not a perfect person.
He didn't go to school to be an interviewer. He all these things.
It's not,
even you've told me, Acho, and I don't want to disclose the personal conversation, but you said you've had people of prominence help you be a better interviewer.
Yes.
And she's an interviewer of interviewers.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So,
but the dance from Atlanta, man. You think he don't know this? Come on,
what?
Man. He from Atlanta, man.
Do I think you don't know what?
Not to bring my man on and let me talk about your homeboy. You think he don't know that? You need some training for that? He from Atlanta. You think he think it's cool to bring a guy? That's my man, and bring his enemy on?
Stephen A. told him it was cool. He said,
I'm not talking about Stephen A. I'm talking about Cam. He from Atlanta.
Yeah.
You don't get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
You think he know better? That's cut the malarkey.
He know better.
Think he know better, man? He from Atlanta, dude.
The Atlanta thing, that don't mean nothing to me. You could be from anywhere and know or not know something.
Okay.
People say I'm from Chicago, I know how to fight. That don't mean nothing to me. I hate when people say stuff like that. Him being from Atlanta has I mean, either he knows or he doesn't.
I know, but you know Cam. You know Cam. You know enough about him to know that he ain't
Cam's not dumb though. He knows how to do this media thing.
He ain't green. That's why he
asked the questions.
He know what's up.
Yeah.
Atlanta. I'm saying he's from Atlanta, but you know Cam. Like he ain't know.
Yeah, he asked the question that he did for a reason.
He ain't a coach, but he ain't Drake. He knows what's going on.
Facts. That's facts.
That's all I'm saying. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I think it was a teachable moment, though. I don't think it was disrespect.
Very much a teachable moment. Look, moving forward, last topic of the day here.
You think you got to teach me to bring your enemy on and talk about you? Think about it, though.
That's why I'm with Shady.
What are we talking about?
But also, if we're gonna say Cam is cut from that cloth of like, you know, he's chasing the. We know Stephen A. is cut from that cloth too. He gonna do what he got to do. So I feel like Stephen A. probably respect like, okay, get your pay, but have some guidelines to it. If he start pressing me, grilling me, calling me a liar, fraudulent, defaming my name.
Talk about this though, too.
If you don't think it's gonna change the relationship, it's gonna change the relationship.
Yeah,
I know Stephen A. Stephen A. cocky too, though.
Yeah,
you was good for a couple years in the league. I'm that dude for like 20 years running.
Yeah.
I know how to stay out.
I mean, I'm not
gonna. He's from New York.
I saw what Stephen A. said after the interview.
After his next deal, he might be going. I know him. I watched how I did my man Max Kellerman. Listen.
Okay, yeah. If you got some inside info,
y'all keep acting silly. Y'all want to act silly.
I'm actually fully with Shady on this.
You got listen.
Yeah, I'm fully with Shady.
About me, I keep it 1,000 on this show, man. He feeling that. Any person would. You bring my enemy on to talk about me?
I just find it
so. Put money in your pocket. What?
But Shady,
Stephen A. could have had anybody in that seat.
Shady sits up here.
Everybody can sit in that Stephen A. seat.
Yeah.
That's his seat. That's
facts.
That's his show. I'm not just spending about on that show. He can have anybody on that show. It's Stephen A. and it's ESPN.
Yeah, that's facts.
I brought you on here, homie.
Yeah.
And that's how you replay me.
But Shady, you sit up here every week and you say you don't live in a black world. You don't live in a white world.
Okay.
You live in a gray world.
Right.
So I don't think it's just have my mans that I don't rock with on the show or do.
Trey, this one's black and white.
Yeah, like Drake.
Why the hell else would you have Jason Whitlock on your show? You know what the hell you was doing.
Come on.
That's why the only thing that Jason Whitlock is going to click on is if he say some racist shit or if he went at Stephen A. Smith, which is exactly what he did. You know exactly like either outcome. The most clicks you was gonna get by having Jason Whitlock on your show was gonna be controversy.
Jason be looking all tired.
It is what it is. All right, look. Moving on to the last topic of the day. Happy 50th birthday to Peyton Manning, the NFL leader in MVPs, 2-time Offensive Player of the Year, Hall of Famer, 14-time Pro Bowler, 7-time First-Team All-Pro, 4-time passing TD leader, 3-time passing yards leader, 2-time Super Bowl champion, most passing touchdowns in a season, most passing yards in a season, member of the 100th anniversary team, an insane resume for one of the greatest to ever put on the laces and throw the laces as well. Fellas, the question for you guys is, though, where do you rank Peyton Manning all-time amongst quarterbacks?
Easy. Peyton Manning is the second greatest quarterback to ever play the game right now. It's not particularly debatable, though close. Peyton Manning didn't play in a system. Peyton Manning was the system. Peyton Manning led the most prolific offense in the history of football, which was a team that didn't even win the Super Bowl, the 2013 Denver Broncos. Peyton Manning had 55 passing touchdowns in a season. Peyton Manning has five MVPs. Of all the players that played the game of football in the year in which Peyton Manning played the game of football 5 times, the world suggested that Peyton Manning was better than everybody else playing it. Peyton Manning left the Colts. Everybody thought Peyton Manning's career was dead with the neck injury. Goes to the Denver Broncos, and with Demaryius Thomas, with Julius Thomas, with Eric Decker, Peyton Manning goes out there and he lights it all the way up. Peyton Manning, 5,400 yards in a season. Peyton Manning with John Fox can't get it done. Bring in Kubiak, gets it done, and wins the Super Bowl. Peyton Manning is the second greatest quarterback of all time right now to Tom Brady. It's not to suggest Patrick Mahomes can't pass him. Obviously, Joe Montana rounding up that top 4 as well. But Peyton Manning clears, and Peyton Manning clears rather convincingly.
It's pretty good. I'm gonna go. He's top 5. I don't think he's 2. I think Patrick Mahomes is 2.
Absolutely.
He's still playing.
Top 5 isn't even in. That's offensive.
Listen, I love Peyton Manning. You know, I just started liking Tom Brady more than Peyton Manning because I played with him and I seen what type of leader he was. But I mean, Peyton is phenomenal though. All the MVPs, the he changed the game of actually calling plays at the line of scrimmage.
That's like saying Shady. That's like saying LeBron James is top 5. Like, let's be for real. Saying Peyton's top 5 is almost
say though. I mean,
it's almost disrespectful.
Because everybody likes different things. Some guys like
it's top 3 then.
Somebody like championships.
Top 3,
right? Because I like Patrick Mahomes. I like Brady.
Sure. Okay, top 3.
Joe Montana's up there too. Some people might take Joe Montana over.
That's okay. I'll listen to that.
I watched what's his name? LT.
Yeah.
Lawrence Taylor said, "Yo, he likes Joe Montana over Tom."
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, I ain't argue with one of the greats of all time. That's his opinion. I'm telling him. Anyway, so everybody likes different things.
So top 4 then.
So
top 5 is just crazy.
Top 4, top 5, Imagine tells my top 5 of all time is bad.
If you're a top 2,
whatever, how it is.
You can't say Jordan's top 5.
All I'm saying,
that'd be.
I don't think he's Jordan though. I don't think he's Jordan.
5 MVPs.
I don't. 6 rings.
Yeah,
dude. Okay, thank you. Another thing about Peyton Manning is, can I talk good about him? Because you making me. I don't want to talk bad. I love Peyton. I would say top 4. I said top 5. It's like in any order, but he was a great player though. He's a great player. I would put Pat in front of him though for sure. Pat's still kicking it. He's still winning. He's going to the Super Bowl over and over again. He's won with great talent like Peyton and won with way less talent. You get what I'm saying? So things like that matter to me. Even though he had a lot of stats and MVPs, right? You got to take in consideration that, I mean, damn, you got an all-coach team with you. You know, like Edgerrin James, Hall of Famer. Reggie Wayne, Hall of Famer, right? And the other one was Marvin Harrison. Was, You know what I'm saying? So he had some pieces with him too. And I think he helped them out just like they helped him out. And that matters. So I like top 5 for Peyton Manning, top 4 if you want to be generous. But he was the shit, though. He was the shit.
He was. To me, the reason I'm right now going with Peyton over Pat is if Pat's career ended today, I think Pat will clear him. But if Pat's career ended today,
there's no if. There's no if. I hate when we do that.
Okay, well then, right now in this debate, Peyton Manning is better all time than Pat because one, the 5 MVPs that has to matter for something. Like those 5 MVPs being better than everybody. I believe Pat has 3. Number 2, Peyton Manning did it with multiple coaches that he won Super Bowls. Andy Reid's the greatest coach of all time. Asked Shady McCoy. Asked me as well. There's no greatest coach of all time that Peyton Manning played with or for. There's no Bill Belichick. There's no Don Shula. Shout out to John Fox. Shout out to Gary Kubiak. But shout out to Tony Dungy. So to me, even Tony Dungy. Tony Dungy's not the greatest coach of all time.
But what about the great? So okay, cool. You're right. Now go to the great player. Now I'm gonna silver. I'm gonna shut up, right, and take my screen off. I want you to miss his onesie. Now talk about the great players he played with.
First, the one we missed, Dallas Clark. Because obviously everybody
give us one.
Give Acho's one. List the Hall of Famers that he played with.
The Hall of Famers, Edgerrin James and Marvin Harrison. Reggie's not in the Hall of Fame yet.
But he will be.
He should be.
He will be.
He's
name guys that played at the Hall of Fame.
He was great though, right?
He was. Yeah, Reggie Wayne's amazing.
Okay,
Reggie Wayne's amazing.
Right.
Now, with that being said, Tyreek Hill is walking into the Hall of Fame. He might skate into it.
Cool.
You didn't finish.
Travis Kelce. He put him in the Hall of Fame now before he even retires.
Cool. Okay.
So y'all gave me 2,
but they won it.
Marvin Harrison, Edgerrin James.
Sir,
I gave you 2.
Sir,
no, this is nasty. He's playing a nasty game right now.
Look at his face. He's
playing a nasty game.
Being honest.
He mentioned
Pat won a chip.
Yep.
with all regular. Matter of fact, I'm lying. Pat won a chip with the most drops wide receiver core in football.
Absolutely.
So he played a year where his wide receivers had the most drops in football.
That's true.
No Pro Bowls, no All Pros, not even no bullshit alternate Pro Bowls. You know everybody get all Pro Bowl now.
This is true.
And they still won a championship.
So Patrick
On the road.
Yes, Patrick Mahomes has won a championship because of his defense. Absolutely. And Peyton Manning has won a
done,
championship
yo.
because
I'm
of his
done.
defense.
I'm done.
Dirty. You nasty. You tap me in. Tap me in. Come on. I'm about to get on your ass. Listen. In the 8 years that Patrick Mahomes has been a starter, how many times has he been to an AFC championship? 7 times.
That's true.
This is the first year that he doesn't go there. What was the narrative? I'm sorry. In those 7 years that he made the AFC championship, he made the Super Bowl 5 times. 5 times. He's been to 5 Super Bowls. That's more than Peyton's ever been to. If he retires right now, he's the second greatest quarterback of all time, and it's not even remotely close.
Yeah.
Listen to me. He has 2 MVPs already. He has 3 Super Bowl MVPs. I'm talking about a dude that came in whenever it matters most. What does he do at the end of games? He wins. Name me a single time in the playoffs, Emmanuel Acho, one time that you can remember in the playoffs when the Chiefs needed a game-winning drive that he didn't deliver.
Patrick Mahomes, that dude,
delivers.
No.
Right.
Think about what I just said. Out of the 7 years that he's made the playoffs, you can't name a single time.
I can't.
Come
But
on,
here's
bro.
what I also can name.
You
Here's
made
what I
the
can name.
Bengals.
No. Here's
Made
what I
the
can name.
Bengals.
Because I hate how much I know football.
Also, no, hold on. I wasn't done.
Sometimes I hate how much I know football because there's also Patrick Mahomes is incredible. He is incredible. He is a top 3 quarterback of all time.
Most clutch quarterback ever.
Top 3. No, Tom Brady's most clutch. Tom Brady's amazing.
He's statistically
Tom Brady
more
is
clutch. Up to this point in their
F for
career, he
statistics.
is.
Damn, you lost Shady just
Tom
like
Brady
that.
is amazing.
I'm telling you.
But let me cook on this.
I was with him, dog.
Because here's what I've seen. I've also seen Chad Henne come in a game
You're disgusting.
in the playoffs
I'm done.
and go 98 yards versus the Jags when Mahomes had an ankle sprain. I've also seen Mahomes unfortunately get knocked out by a linebacker from Alabama that played for the Browns, and I believe Matt Moore came in on 4th down, roll out to the right, had to throw the ball to complete the game. I don't say this to say anything besides Andy Reid is also so good that I've seen backup quarterbacks in pivotal moments in the playoffs march down the field and do game-winning things. Again, look up the Matt Moore thing if I'm not mistaken. Cleveland Browns versus the Kansas City Chiefs. It should be maybe the 2020 playoffs. Chiefs go on, if I'm not mistaken, to win a Super Bowl. So all that being said, Patrick Mahomes is a top 3 quarterback of all time, but I've also seen Andy Reid go to 5 straight division championships with the Philadelphia Eagles. So Patrick Mahomes going to 7 straight, it's incredible.
Why didn't he finish?
He's incredible. Because McNabb's not Patrick Mahomes. So,
Thank
but
you.
with that being
Hold
said,
on. I wanna add to that.
if the
Go ahead.
delta between Mahomes and no Mahomes is championship game in the Super Bowl, what was John Fox without Patrick Mahomes? What was Gary Kubiak without Peyton Manning? What was John Fox without Peyton Manning? What was Gary Kubiak without Peyton Manning? Because with Peyton Manning, John Fox went to a Super Bowl.
What about
with Peyton Manning?
What players he
Gary
played with?
Kubiak
See,
went
this
to a
is
Super
a
Bowl.
crazy conversation, though, because the players he played with, though, right, was all better than Patrick Mahomes players.
Not Tyreek. You know,
I'm
Reed's
talking
better
about the
than-
offense, though, the offensive players. And I'm not, you know what? What I'm not going to do, I'm not going to let you manipulate me and start talking bad about Peyton Manning. So you can argue with him because I'm not going to kill Peyton like that.
I'm not here to talk negatively about
But I'm
Peyton.
saying is like the same way you picking on Pat was just crazy. Pat's one of the greatest.
Pat's the 3rd best quarterback
Yeah,
ever.
but like, when you speak on, the way you speak on him, it don't sound like that. Number 2 is, I'm not even going to talk about the players that Peyton played with that they didn't have successful years. Have all these stats the whole year. We get to the playoffs, and I ain't gonna get into that.
Brady.
I ain't gonna get it. I ain't gonna get it. Nah, it's not even that. Because not even sometimes Brady was off the field, and the coach office was on the field, and they could have won the game. I ain't gonna go there because I've rocked with Peyton, so I ain't gonna do all that. And we do business together. I ain't doing all that. So you go. You got it.
I want to throw this
Yeah, I
out
ain't
there.
doing
First of all, you left out Dwight Freeney. You left out Robert
Defensive
Mathis.
guys. I left out Chris Jones.
That's on their team. Okay, name me
Chris
more.
Jones.
Bob Sanders.
I left out L'Jarius Sneed.
Okay, I mean, I'll
I
hear
left
you.
out Tyrann Mathieu. I left him out.
Tyrann Mathieu.
Left him out. I didn't want to bring up defensive players because I
Dwight
could do it.
Freeney, Robert Mathis,
Stay on
Bob
offense.
Sanders.
Stay on offense.
We'll stay on the
Stay
offense.
off. He don't want to stay there.
Okay, so look, through 8 years of starting in the NFL, what was the narrative in the playoffs, which you care about so much? You care about championships. Through 8 years of starting, what's the narrative been about Patrick Mahomes, and what's the narrative been about Peyton Manning at
Peyton
that time?
couldn't get it done. He couldn't get it done.
Peyton Manning couldn't get it done with what, though? More talented teams than Brady or not more talented teams than Brady?
More talented
Did
offenses.
he have better seasons than Brady or did he not?
He had better statistical
He had
seasons.
5
yes, sir.
MVPs And he was not making it all the way to. So my thing is, I'm not here to say Peyton's not a
He's
championship
not as good as
player.
Brady.
He is. He is a championship
Not as
player.
good as Brady.
But when we're talking about Pat, you have to say he's a dude that it doesn't matter if he's throwing to Sky Moore and Marquez Valdez-Scantling on the road in Buffalo against the last two MVP quarterbacks not named him or Aaron Rodgers. Gets it done. He gets it done
Here's the
over and
problem.
over and over again.
Where your argument doesn't fall flat.
Okay.
But where your argument loses so much steam is you are not counting Andy Reid. Because Sky
I'm
Moore
here to
getting
count
it
Andy
done
Reid.
was not Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
That was Andy Reid running ketchup or mustard. Kadarius Toney isn't even in the league anymore. And Kadarius Toney beats the 77 sack Eagles because of Andy Reid's play calls. Patrick Mahomes didn't do anything fanciful on those things. Now, Patrick Mahomes is incredible, but if y'all gonna sit here and bring up chips, I have to mention
Not the point
Andy
I'm making,
Reid.
though. The point I'm making is Andy Reid finishes and gets chips because of Patrick Mahomes. Andy Reid had Donovan McNabb in a Super Bowl. Andy Reid had who was it? Was it Nick Foles? He had Michael Vick playing at a very high level. He finishes because he has Patrick Mahomes. He has a dude that I know if I get this dude the ball, whether it's 2 minutes on the clock, whether it's 13 seconds on the clock, he's going to finish the game. If it's close, they're going to finish the game and they're going to go win a championship.
You're not wrong.
That's all that Patrick Mahomes knows. Outside of the Bengals,
Except for when Patrick Mahomes had to see Tom Brady in the playoffs. Because
D4 lined up offsides.
Like Peyton Manning, Patrick Mahomes lost to Tom Brady too. So what we know is Tom Brady is the best. We can all agree on that.
You want to talk about the games that he
whichever
had
one of
against
them
those two?
see Tom Brady, because Patrick Mahomes 0-2 versus Tom Brady in the playoffs. Peyton Manning has a W.
You're so nasty for this. You're
Well,
so nasty. For this.
I can be nasty, but am I wrong? I don't mind being
You're so
nasty.
nasty.
Because that's the problem. People hate me because I'm honest.
Who played? Okay, and
I
out of those two,
hate me for being honest.
That first game, the
Please.
AFC Championship, who had a better game? Tell me with a straight face.
I can tell you one.
Tell me with a straight face who had a better game.
I can tell you one, sir. Tom Brady won.
I'll tell you, the Chiefs defense lost. D4 lining up off sides lost that
Who's
game.
the MVP that year? That's what's so crazy.
That's so nasty.
Who was the MVP in that season? I think he had 50 touchdowns.
Did he choke?
Damn. 50?
Did he choke in his
Yeah,
first year
50
starting?
50?
In his first year
And
starting?
I hate telling the truth because telling the
This
truth
is so
gets me in
nasty.
trouble. I'd rather lie.
Well, actually, okay, look, I like that
lie.
narrative, though. Let's talk about people that won MVPs and didn't win a championship that year.
They're the
Peyton Manning's
same.
done it a lot.
Yeah,
He's done it a lot, and he doesn't have 3 rings.
Absolutely.
And he doesn't have 3 rings.
5 MVPs.
If Pat Mahomes retires right now, he's the second greatest.
4, 5 MVPs.
1,
But Patrick is
2,
the third.
3 actual rings to 2.
I'm biased though. I
Come on now.
love
And a
Peyton.
loss. And a pick to Tracy Porter at the end of the game.
Ooh,
Yeah, come on now.
did
Let's
happen.
talk about clutch moments.
that did happen.
Look, I mean,
But
it
they're
is
gonna
what
lose
it
that game regardless, right?
is. Yeah.
I think that game was over, wasn't it?
Nah, I don't know. Pierre Garçon holds on to the ball. He might crib that one. I don't know. That little slant at the end.
You remember you Colts fan?
Yeah.
The Saints,
was a good game,
Colts. Weren't they gonna lose?
The Saints had the power of Katrina on their side, though. That was just
They
never
did.
going to win
Okay.
that.
Power
No,
of
bro,
Katrina.
like I've said
They
this
did.
before.
Yeah.
This is a nasty take, and I'm going to get it off.
Don't do it.
I'm telling you, tragedy
Don't do it.
leads to championships. Listen to me.
Okay, cite me some.
Hurricane Harvey hits. Who wins the World Series that year? Houston Astros. Boston Marathon bombing. Who wins the World Series that year? Boston Red Sox. Katrina. As soon as that city gets back up, who wins the Super Bowl? Come on now. I need a nuclear bomb to hit the city of Dallas, Texas. And the Cowboys will win a Super Bowl again. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I
9/11?
appreciate you guys.
Nobody won in New York. 9/11.
Bro, they won the championship before and then the year after. They lost in the World Series to the Diamondbacks that year. But they won in 2000. I think actually they won in 2000 before, but I don't know. I don't know if they won in 2002.
That is
Might have
the
been the Marlins.
The DC sniper.
That wasn't big enough though.
No, it wasn't big.
Yeah,
enough.
it's got to be. It's got It's got to be like a ground
Lakers.
shaking tragedy.
It's got to be a world pauses a little bit
You know
type
what I mean?
tragedy.
like a real.
I'm telling you, look, tragedy good for your city, bro. The team comes together.
There is something there.
There's something there. I'm telling you.
You
Look,
researched it.
earthquake, 8.7 on the Richter scale hit.
Nobody
Dallas.
dies.
Nobody. Some people might have to die.
Whoa, Kieran.
Look, if I got to perish for the Cowboys to get a Super Bowl,
Sign them up.
So you want to live your whole life and die without
I'm
seeing
gonna
the
be the
Cowboys win the Super
I got a
Bowl? Is
front
that
row
what you
seat.
just
I'm
said?
there. I'm telling you, I'm Angels in the outfield. I'm batting that thing to CeeDee Lamb. I'm getting it going.
That's crazy.
So one team I haven't seen. So I've seen.
We got any
all
super
of
chats
them,
before we get out?
We do have some super chats to get
what
to.
a
We got a
show.
couple
We
$50. Listen, Oscar jumped in his super chat and
Shout out,
said,
Oscar.
"You have to listen to the whole Jay-Z interview. He mentioned rappers doing collabs and trying to out-rap each other on the same track rather than battle rapping and tearing each other down." He also said in that interview, I watched it, he said, "I kind of feel like the old man wagging his finger." He was. Mr. J. Kello said, "First time on the super chat, I saw Carebear at Drake's."
At Drake night. Yeah.
Oh,
In
I thought it
Dallas.
was like Drake's.
Not Drake
the restaurant.
Space Night. Drake night in Dallas this past weekend.
What
It's a
is
great
Drake
time.
night?
It's a Drake night. Yeah, like
What
Time
do you
out,
do?
time
like
out,
it's
time
like
out.
R&B. That's Drake. Like they play Drake and other music. in
You
Dallas.
have to lead with that before your conversation.
Oh,
you
why is that?
Now we
you
talk
are a
about
Drake
He's a
superhero.
great
we talk about nasty. That's nasty.
Yeah,
How is
you
that
were
nasty?
You were at a Drake night.
Okay,
You went to another man's night.
Oh,
Hold on, hold on.
Feathers is getting
I want you to
ruffled.
imagine who shows up to a Drake night.
You did.
Who else does?
A lot of other light skinned,
Heavy set.
feminine. Okay,
Heavy said it's crazy.
heavy set is
Heavy
crazy.
said it's crazy.
What were you
I
saying?
mean, I
Look, man, it was a great
just
time.
going light skin.
He was at Drake night. We gonna flame him for a $50 super chat? Y'all are disgusting people. Y'all are horrible.
Culture vultures. I'm not calling you these things, Kieran, but you know, like
That's
Drake.
crazy.
That Drake attracts who he is. Culture vultures, light skins.
Wait, you
I
back
personally
outside?
would never-
No,
So why you at Drake night?
it was fun. It was a
But
good
if
time.
you're not back outside,
I was there to listen to the music, vibe.
You
know,
got a
have a
relationship
good-
again?
Nah,
No,
but like.
so
he
why
told
you?
me he's. He
We're
been
not
in-
here to divulge
he
the
said-
hold on,
he
hold on.
sat up here in the
We're not here
speakeasy
to
and said,
divulge
and
the
said he's been
details
in
of
the
my-
good book. No, you said
Yeah,
you
I've
said
been
it on the
rapping in
show.
the
You
Bible,
said
yeah.
you've been in the good book,
He's
so
been
he's
in-
not even
he's been- he's been
outside.
to Drake night.
So don't bring up, you know who goes to Drake night.
That's my
as
thing.
if that's some sort
Correct.
of credence
Correct.
as to why your
Thank
ass
you.
was there.
I was
Thank
trying
you.
to defend myself.
They had Bible studies.
Do I have the
That's-
right to defend myself?
That's the
No.
last
It was a
you
good.
told me.
Look. I rock
Last
with
you
Drake.
told me
Drake
you
my
was in
favorite
the-
artist. It was a good night. It was a good night
Okay,
of music.
well,
And
just
plus,
say
I don't
that
like.
then.
Hold on. I don't like going out in like deep Bellum part of Dallas where like all the clubs and whatnot are.
Did
Tragedies
you go?
happened in
Did you
Dallas
go?
the
Did
last
you go to
couple
church
times
the
I was
next
there.
day?
Did I go to church the next day? No, we had an event. I couldn't. I was in a book
I'm
though.
in a good book. You
I
was
was
a
in a
Drake
good book the
night.
next
You was
morning.
needing the one dance.
I wasn't. Okay,
Yeah, I
hold
can't
on.
believe
First
this
and
dude.
foremost, I was having a good time.
I can't wait
Are
to
you?
see him.
Houston?
He's one of my favorites.
You said you saw who?
Joel
I can't
Osteen.
wait to go see him.
Joel Osteen.
Yeah, I'm gonna see him.
Oh man.
That's what Kendrick mentioned
He
in
the
the
man.
song on accident.
Wow.
Did he?
Meant to say Haley Joel Osment.
Speaking of hurricanes,
but he said
nah,
Joel
never mind. I'm
Osteen.
not gonna bring that up.
So let me finish this $50 super chat. He said, first time on a super chat, I saw Carebear at Drake night, shook up with him and let him know I F with him.
Come on,
He's
bro.
a real one. He was amongst the people. And for that, I'm subscribing.
Never afraid to be amongst the people, bro.
But
Yeah,
here's the
I
thing.
don't- oh.
Technically, until you're skinny bear, you're always amongst the people.
Okay. That is
know, like-
crazy, bro. Wow.
Just saying, like how is he not amongst? If he here, he amongst that person.
Oh.
He amongst that person.
I hate this for you, Carebear, but also
That was
you
a good one. I
disrespect
hate
me a
how
lot.
good that one was. Yeah.
He
You
always-
disrespect. Yeah, that was good,
tough one.
Acho. I rock with that.
was a
Yeah,
tough one.
with your big ass. All in the club at Drake night.
It wasn't a club though. It was like a day. It was like a music
And
hall.
you dragging that wagon, they don't know who from. Yeah.
Pause. What are you talking
and
about,
you
bro?
dragging your wagon in the Drake night.
Pause.
Yeah.
What are you
Yo,
talking
you know
about?
what's funny? Care Bear get all his shots out to start the show, and then I
And
get
then
And by the end of the show, it's all. Yeah, he
ahead,
deserves
Joe,
all of it.
man.
Last one.
I can't stand y'all old
Ethan,
dudes,
do your
bro.
thing.
Rose said, also, Acho, I'm trying to find out what you spending our super chat money on when we sending these super chats for Trey to get a new desk. Get him his damn
That's
new
on
desk.
West, bro. That's on our.
Why are you blaming him?
COO.
Are you the leader of the pack or are you not?
I don't order the desks.
That's
Man.
beneath me.
I don't
do that. Wes, handle
I
it.
gotta prep the show.
That's messed up.
Ro also said, what to do, crew? Got a new job and finally getting to watch the shows live. I always watch the
hell
reruns
yeah.
during
I
my
hope you
past
got a raise.
jobs.
We need some super chats. Keep going.
Okay, that's great. He's sending one right now.
Okay,
but now it'll be a little mix of both. Also, I flew out to Cali and the traffic is horrible as advertised. That's
It
facts,
is, that's
brother.
facts.
Never
Don't
gonna
get
change.
gas.
For sure.
Get a Tesla, bro. Gas is crazy.
that it?
Facts. Unlike
That's it.
Kieran's weight, that is never going to change. See how I did that?
Oh, that was a
That was a
positive.
positive.
That
Yeah,
was
I
a
got your
positive.
back, brother.
That was a
I got your
positive.
back.
Backhanded as hell. I don't.
Let me see. Jacorian said, first ever super chat. Shout out to Jacorian. I love the show. Y'all keep up the great work. But where would you rank my GOAT Drew Brees on the all-time list? Top
5.
10.
Top 8.
Top 10.
Top 5
Yeah,
for me.
top 10.
Top 5?
Top 5.
Top
for me.
5.
So he's 5.
Unbelievable. Like I would say he's probably at 5.
Five?
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers.
He's an unbelievable player,
Take him
bro.
before Aaron Rodgers home.
Nah, I take him after Aaron.
So then he can't be top 5.
I
Because Joe
take-
Montana, you can't disrespect 4
I
rings.
take Tom. I take Pat. I took Peyton, Montana, And then, oh yeah,
Right,
yeah. No,
Right.
okay. No,
Breeze
I'll put
is
him
8
so
to me.
6. I'll put him at 6.
Okay.
You know what's crazy? Don't let Stafford get another ring. Because then Breeze gotta go.
Wow.
Think about it. Stafford messed around to get 2 rings. Stafford's arm
Stafford
talent.
had a 5,000 yard season.
Stafford got a 5,000 yard season.
Breeze was unbelievable.
Hold on.
What happened?
I can't just kick Drew
Really?
Brees to the curb.
Drew Brees is nice. He's the most accurate quarterback I've ever seen.
Yeah.
He got all pros not don't he?
You know what's crazy?
I'm
Drew
not gonna lie,
Brees, I don't think Drew Brees has an all-pro. I think Drew Brees is one of those ones. Drew Brees and Ben Roethlisberger.
Oh,
Can
No,
you
he has
check?
a first team All Pro.
One?
2006. He has 5. He has 4 second teams.
Yeah, okay.
He
One.
doesn't have an MVP though. I'll be
Yeah,
honest.
Stafford just won MVP too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, Stafford getting up there, but
Drew
like,
don't have an MVP.
Nah, he don't.
nah, Drew
That's
don't have
what
an
I'm saying.
MVP. No. Nah, but
Stafford only
Drew's
got-
amazing.
Hold
though.
up, Stafford. This is the only thing about Stafford. He got 1 All Pro.
And one MVP though. That MVP crazy. And the Super Bowl.
I don't know.
MVP, Super Bowl, All-Pro.
Yeah,
That's
I don't know. Yeah, it also
I don't even like Stafford like that, honestly.
he has he got his first team All Pro this year. He has 3 Pro Bowls. He
Yeah.
didn't play for the Detroit damn
three
Lions, and
All-Pros
also
look
Pro Bowls
crazy,
don't mean nothing anymore because you
But I'm saying his era, they did matter.
Yeah.
what Stafford
Pro Bowls.
Yeah.
or
14.
Breeze.
Both Pro Bowls matter.
Yeah,
in their
earlier I guess.
Breeze is amazing, actually. Breeze is amazing. He's amazing.
Yeah, Breeze is
amazing.
unbelievable.
Breeze is
Yeah.
amazing.
Listen, I can't get to all these super chats, y'all. It's 10:37.
Yeah, man, it's about time we get up out of here.
You let me
Did
decide.
you read the $10 up ones?
Come on,
We
man.
got like 12 of those.
Read it at least 6.
Read a couple.
Okay, all
At
right,
least
cool.
6, bro.
Dogs barking, brother. Bears right. People just get mad because Drake could be a better artist than their favorite artists across multiple genres. They try to shame him out of their lanes, but they're really scared of him.
What?
So we can't comment on every
can't-
super chat. We cannot
The
comment on
Donathan
every
said the
one.
difference between Drake and some of the other examples is Drake's identity becomes whoever's style that he is emulating, making
you
him
go.
a culture vulture. Using
go.
different styles to make music isn't becoming a different
That's
person,
right.
which is what Drake does.
You
I
tell
like
your
that.
brother. You tell your brother
Why
that's
is he become a
that.
different
Money
person?
Power Respect 773 said Acho point on Wayne Rock and Roll album is stupid. Considering if he took one trip to Rock and Roll Museum, the pioneers look like Lil Wayne. Fats Domino, Lil Richard, Chuck Berry. Facts. Jacorian also said, oh, we did that one. Carcino for life. I don't know, brother. You was kind of hating in the chat. This the guy who got in the chat the other day, said he sent the video to Kenya Martin. He was saying we was just glazing. Do I want to dignify yet? No, I'm not. Sergeant Pigman said, I think rap battles are a good showcase of the genre, saying I'm better than you and this
Right.
is how.
Right.
Honestly, think it's good for not only both careers, but for the advancement of the industry. U School said, sorry, Trey, but I'm from Detroit. And us, as the people, only had M who rep us in front of the world rap-wise. No culture vulture, more
you.
like the gate opener.
Thank you.
Long live proof.
Thank you.
Are we forgetting that like Motown Records was founded in Detroit? Like, let's not act like it's
Oh
not
my
some
God. Now you
like.
go
Come
to
on, bro.
Motown.
It's some black
How old
pioneers
are
in
you,
Detroit
dude?
that
How old are
opened
you?
up. Like,
How-
I'm not crediting him with putting Detroit on the map, bro. That's
yeah.
insane.
He has some good
That's
OGs.
insane,
He
Shady.
has some good
For your
OGs.
era, for you,
Man,
you talking about the Motown? How old are you?
He
It
got some
doesn't matter,
OGs,
bro.
Shady.
I'm just
He got
asking, how
some-
old are you though?
It doesn't matter. We can't act like M was the pioneer for
I'm just
Detroit.
I'm just asking
when
how old you are.
Motown record.
I'm just
Come on, bro.
asking
That's
how old you
He
are.
ain't discovered the
Is he
moon.
30 yet? He's 30,
Yeah, he's
right?
30 something, 32.
Yeah, I'm
I
about to
think.
be 33, bro.
And you talking about Motown? Come on, get out of here.
That's crazy. Last two to get to. J Brand 10 said Drake the
Ooh,
GOAT.
Aretha Franklin from Detroit. Whoa.
Huh?
Keep reading.
Aretha
keep
Franklin,
reading.
Stevie Wonder, and
Folks,
Diana
come
Ross
on.
from Detroit.
Come on,
That's
bro.
crazy.
That's crazy
Stevie?
word. That's crazy
Yeah.
word. Drake the GOAT. Drake also never raps about selling bricks. He always talks about the people he was around that did. He also has a dad from Memphis, Tennessee. Whoop-de-doo. All of your favorite rappers needed a Drake verse. That's also not true.
I hate that. He got a father, a black father from the South, and it's whoop-de-doo. But then like
He didn't grow up here. He's not American, bro. He's not a black American, bro. Yeah, that's so yeah.
What are we talking about?
Last one I
Okay,
got.
bro.
I feel like Shady doesn't think there's hoods and poverty in Toronto. Not saying he grew up in it, but it's very common to have friends from there. Has Shady ever been to Toronto or
Yes.
any of you? I haven't been to Toronto, but I can tell you the hoods in Toronto. We got a
I answer.
Canadian in the back. The hoods in Toronto are not like the hoods in America.
I've been to Toronto.
He said it's true.
I had a great time. They are great people. Smart, cool, honest, safe.
Yeah, yeah.
Trustworthy. They got
Yeah.
a lot of good stuff going on.
Yeah.
Yo, look, real talk. I love Toronto. I was in Buffalo. That's an hour
Oh,
drive.
Yeah, it's right across
Yo,
the
yo,
water.
yo, yo.
Literally.
Nice. The clubs.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's safe.
What about the
Clean-
clubs?
Clean. Yeah, I mean, you know, I had a whole bunch of ice on. I felt comfortable.
You felt good in
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Nah, like Toronto proper.
3
You
a.m.
like-
You ain't had to worry about nobody taking your ice off.
Nah,
I never
like
had to worry
there's
about that.
rough areas of Toronto though. Like you go
It's
to like
rough
Mississauga,
everywhere, but
you
it's
gotta-
just
yeah.
like,
It's levels to it.
yeah.
It's
that
rough
it?
levels in Nigeria too. And
You
them,
haven't
them
been
levels
there.
is much
Them
rougher
levels
than
is-
what. Yeah.
Them levels is.
That's all I got though. That's all we
Real,
can get
there's
to.
some rappers that's like, yo, I'm not safe around. Like I love Bootsy, but I'm gonna be protected with Bootsy around.
Yeah.
But Drake, what's up, Drizzy? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Carebear, get us out of here, bro.
Look, man, we appreciate you guys coming in. Tomorrow, we are going live earlier. So we're going live at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. 7:30 p.m.
We got to go to
Central,
church.
5:30 p.m. Pacific.
go
Even whenever the
church.
time is earlier, we do not respect Mountain Time
Wednesdays.
here
Church
in the
on Wednesdays.
Speakeasy. Unless Trey's beautiful daughter, Maylin, is in the building, then we will respect the Mountain Time. Look, it's been a phenomenal show.
Great
These
show.
guys know absolutely nothing about music, and they hate on light skin culture. It's my culture, not their costume. For Carebear Kieran, for LaShawn Shady McCoy, Emmanuel Acho, and Social Trey, giving light skins a bad name. Everyone in the back, make some noise.
Shout out to the gang in the back.
We will see you guys next time, tomorrow.
We're
a little bit
early tomorrow.
A little bit earlier, right here in the Speakeasy. See you.
Peace.